ESFM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Got the number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men that can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor.
Cut them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
All right. Well, here we are. It is bright and early on Tuesday morning in the dead of winter where the local football is over and we switch to the Knicks, and that sucks also. Good morning, Rick. How are you?
Oh, great. I love when you open up a show on a Tuesday just like that.
Yep.
Makes me happy.
What are you looking for? Mel Kiper's on the show today.
That's nice.
That is nice.
That you were on the afternoon show yesterday. I'd like to hear about that.
I was. There's not a lot
nice.
to hear. I thought afterwards I probably should have taken my head and rammed it right into the wall because that's the amount of insanity that I feel like you have on that show when I was on it. But whatever. I don't understand Don's take.
Well, I mean, the way you made it sound, because I didn't hear it, I'm looking forward to hearing some of it, is that he thinks that the draft is a crapshoot, and because you already have your quarterback, going from 1 to 5 isn't that big of a deal.
Right. And what I tried to explain to him was, wouldn't you rather have one? And then he's like, well, there's no quarterback that anybody's going to really like. I'm like, okay.
Everyone's going to like Mendoza.
Everyone likes Mendoza. Well, you don't know. It's not like it's Cam Ward. Okay.
Well, but you don't even know. But you don't even know that yet.
Well, but even if it's not, I said, but someone's going to love him. No, you don't know that.
Oh.
I said they fall in love with they fell in love with Jamarcus Russell.
Right, but
someone loves everyone.
What you should have told him though is, I can tell you what I do know though, that the 2 wins at the end of the season will have no bearing on what happens next season with the Giants.
Yeah, he didn't play that card. He played the "Didn't you feel good for John Mara" card.
Oh,
and I said, yeah, that's great. I said that's really nice. It was
the
a nice
pick is
moment.
Tangible.
Listen,
there's nothing tangible to be gained.
I don't know what to say.
And it wasn't even just you.
I'm trying to watch television. Okay, I finished The Beast in Me, and I started All Her Fault. Have you heard of this show?
No, I changed.
On Peacock.
Yes. I'm
why are you
also
so upset?
I'm also in a relationship with Peacock right now, and I don't like it because I don't have the no commercials.
I don't have that either.
Yeah, it's painful.
Oh my God! And by the way,
yeah,
Peacock.
I'm not doing it. I'm done with it. I am not searching around on
it.
Peacock to find basketball. I'm not doing it.
Of course you will.
No, because it stinks. Because the broadcast wasn't good.
See, so the broadcast is terrible, and I don't know if you have this. They try to make me watching it interactive. Do you have this?
Yeah, it was interactive.
Well, where things pop up on the screen, like, do you want to pick who's going to score the next basket? No, I don't want to pick who's going to score the next basket. All I want to do is watch the game.
All I want to watch is the game on MSG. I want Breen, I want Clyde, or I want Allen. I want my pregame. I want my postgame. That's what I want.
I didn't tell you who I hung out with the other day.
Especially when I'm in the midst of a little bit of a slide right now.
Not a little bit. This is a real off the cliff kind of a slide.
I'm trying to downplay it. Okay.
They got crushed last night.
Yeah, they got
crushed.
Yeah,
crushed.
And that's without Tobias Harris or Duran last night.
Yes,
on a back-to-back.
Right. Who was the team that looked like they played the day before?
I can tell you who the more physical. I can tell you who the more athletic, more physical team was.
They want. I mean, in every way, more athletic, more physical. The ball's on the floor, and they're diving across the court to pick it up. Like they wanted that game, and it. I mean, quite frankly, it looked like the Knicks looked at that game as, hey, we're early January, we know we're fine, and we'll half show up.
Yeah. See, I don't know how that's possible though.
Well, you tell me, did you not feel like that watching the game?
Well, no, I'm not saying I didn't feel like that, but what I'm saying is that you are a team clearly, and I mean, I'm sure you read some of the stuff of, some of the things that James Dolan said yesterday. I mean, he fully expects this team to win a championship. Like, that's how good they feel this team is. And right now, when you watch them play, you would think in that moment after losing, 3 straight, defense hasn't been good at all. They clearly missed Josh Hart. Is that, hey, you would use this opportunity against the best team in the East as a reason to get up for this, right? Like, you knocked them out of the playoffs last year. This could be the team that you need to beat to get out of the East to get to the NBA Finals, like this would be one I would want to get up for. Hey, let's test ourselves here. And to the point you just made, Karl-Anthony Towns, care to guess how many shots he took in the first half?
2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess how many shots he took in the second half?
I have no idea.
2. Karl-Anthony Towns
How is
took
that
4.
possible?
He took 4 shots.
He looked disinterested last night.
He took 4 shots in the game, Dave.
I
OG
get
took
it.
4 shots in the game. They combined for 11 points. Those 2. And then Karl-Anthony Towns after the game is blaming the system again. Well, it's a new system. We got to figure it out.
Right. Figure it out. You're almost halfway through the season.
At what point do we figure it out? Can we do it now?
Yeah,
Is
apparently
now the
not.
time?
But they don't. Here's the thing. As much as it matters and as annoyed as you are, and I think those things are true, it doesn't really matter.
Well, but it does, though. I know, but it does, though. It doesn't, but it does.
Right. I agree with that.
Right? No, it's in because it's all we have to go off of. I mean, this is a new coach. You've incorporated new players, and a lot of the stuff we like, right? Mike Brown's willingness to collaborate. That's a word we keep hearing is that Tibbs wasn't able to collaborate. He was stubborn. It was his way. Turns out, so anyone was wondering, through the same amount of games last year, we were 1 game better. But that doesn't really matter. Is that you're trying to gauge what this team is going to be once we get to the postseason. Like what could stand in our way, which teams could stand in our way. So when you go up against the Pistons team that has ascended as quickly as this Pistons team, I remember saying this to you, Detroit, man, before the season even started.
Yep.
Detroit's going to be one of those teams. Detroit's going to be one of those teams because Cunningham's a stud.
He is something, man.
They got the athletes. They got the toughness. They play good defense. They can harass the hell out of Brunson.
Easy shots going up against Detroit as you get against other teams.
Well, no, because do you see what they do to Brunson? Brunson had no assists. What, do you have 6 turnovers last night? We had 20?
So they were. I was watching the halftime report because to change off the game is so annoying.
I can't do it. I'm telling you right now.
So I'm watching this, and all the halftime report is some guy on the left who I'm not even sure who he is. With Brad Doherty, who's like a foot taller, and then Isaiah Thomas, who doesn't look great. Like, just doesn't look great to me. But whatever.
Yeah, it looked like he had something. Did something happen to him?
His eyes are all puffy. But regardless.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, let's not be doctors today. But.
Right. So regardless of that, I'm watching that, and Isaiah Thomas, who I think when it comes to like point guard play and guard play, you have to listen to me. He's like, Jalen Brunson, he never dishes. I think his quote was, he never gives sugar to the big guys, ever. He goes, and that's going to affect the way they play. He goes, watch Cade Cunningham. He'll give sugar to his big guys, not Jalen Brunson. I was like, oh, great. So now Isaiah Thomas is calling out Jalen Brunson. It didn't look right.
Well, but he's a different kind of point guard, though.
What?
Jalen Brunson is not that kind of point guard. And plus, I mean...
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, if it's that noticeable to Isaiah Thomas...
Right, but you have to have a certain kind of big man to give sugar to. Like, that's not like... I think that Mitchell Robinson could be utilized as more of like a rim runner. Like, you could do that with Mitchell Robinson. That's not who Cat is. Like, Cat is a guy who prefers to be out on the perimeter. Like, there were a couple... I mean, even, like, it was a lucky play, but still it was a pretty... I mean, Cunningham ends up throwing up, like, what was supposed to be an alley-oop, but it actually ends up going off the backboard to one of his big guys. Like... Jalen Brunson is not our problem right now. Right now, defense.
I'm not blaming Jalen Brunson.
No, like
certainly.
right now, defense is our problem. How Cat fits in the system or wants to fit in the system. Like you can't be Karl-Anthony Towns and be as important as you are to this team and have stretches where you look just completely disengaged. Where you're not like demand. You can't take 2 shots and a half or 4 shots in a game.
That's not his game.
Well,
that's not who he is.
Well, I don't like
and I cannot watch him take the basketball at the perimeter and try to drive to the basket.
Well, it's all over the place. I mean, it doesn't look good.
It looks brutal, and sometimes it works, but it's not a good appearance, and it won't work in the postseason.
I mean, you had OG minus 31, Cat minus 27.
They were terrible.
I mean, you got
they
dominated
were
in
not
the paint.
competitive.
You got beat up in the paint. You got out rebounded. I mean, you name it, and see, for me, that's the bigger concern. It wasn't that you lost; it was how you lost.
Oh, I agree with that. Had you lost a competitive game that was 5 points with 5 minutes to go, and Detroit just got the win, that's fine. You were not. How many times do you watch an NBA game where you say one team had no chance to win? None, zero chance to win that game.
Well, listen, I mean, and what was crazy in the first half, you shot well, and you were still down 10 points.
Right.
I mean, like you've heard, like the numbers. I looked at them this morning. In the first half of that game, they shot 57% from 3 and 54% from the field, and they're still down 10. And then they see third quarter, they scored 15 points.
No, and then it got blown out from there.
They both got boat raced in the third.
You never made a run. How often do you never make a run? And think of what's happened now. The last how many games? And the game against Atlanta, I mean, the Spurs game, I thought you played well, and you just, it was a good game, and at the end, they overtook you fine. The game against Atlanta, you're non-competitive, and Karl Anthony Towns doesn't play, and no Mitchell Robinson, and no Josh Hart, and that's the reason for that. And then you lose to Philadelphia, you get blown out by them again, and then last night. So I don't know how you couldn't be a little bit concerned about the Knicks right now.
Right. This is, again, there's this window of time we have to try to capitalize on what's going on in the East right now. And we've had these conversations where it's like, okay, the reason why there needs to be a sense of urgency is because there will be teams that start taking steps that could be a problem. Like Detroit, one of those teams.
The Pistons are a problem.
Orlando, one of those teams. But
Pistons was a problem last year.
Pistons was a problem last year. They're definitely a problem this year because the problem, and here for me is the biggest problem is that, and you said this is one of the things you've liked about the Knicks. And let's take these 4 games out of it here for a second. When things were going well, you would come on the radio and say, hey, if you want to go up and down the court with the Knicks, you're not going to beat them.
No, you're not.
Right. But here's the problem, though, is that when you're playing a team like the Pistons, who have a Cade Cunningham, and who are they weren't healthy last night, but let's not forget, Isaiah Stewart got hurt last year, and they had no Jaden Ivey last year. Right? They do have a talented team. On top of the fact that they play more physical than you, last night they played harder than you, and defensively, they were you see what they're willing to do to Jalen Brunson. So, let's imagine that in a 7-game series. We've seen it before, right? You're going to harass him full court. You're going to pick him up. It's going to this team right now it's a scary matchup, and you did yourself no favors last night by getting boat raced in the third quarter.
No,
where you felt
added
no
fuel
chance
to the fire. If they had this idea, this is our competition, let's make a statement. They left that game thinking to themselves, we're better than they are, and you know what? It's hard to argue that right now.
Right? I don't know if you can out-talent this team. You're not going to out-talent Detroit, I don't think.
No, they're going to make it dirty. They're going to make it hard. You're not going to get great shots. You're not going to go up and down the court and just outscore them. You're not going to win like that. It's not going to happen.
No, but you weren't finishing. You weren't finishing defensive. They're getting offensive rebounds. They're getting second chances. It was not a great look last night, especially on the heels of James Dolan finally speaking and talking about what the expectations for the team were.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get into that a little bit later. Joe Shane is back.
Joe Shane is back.
Joe Shane, this is great, and he won't tell us if he got an extension or not.
Well, he's going to have to get an extension because you can't. What new coach is going to want to come in tied to a GM that has 1 year left?
But
so
why are they so on the down low with this? What is wrong with saying, yeah, you know what? They don't want me to go into the season with nothing.
Do they want to have your head explode? They're not stupid.
I don't even care anymore. What's the difference?
Right, but they're not dumb though. They have.
Oh no.
No, listen. They have a pretty good idea how the fan base feels about Joe Shane. I'm sure there's people inside that building that don't necessarily love bringing back Joe Shane. Because again, people. Here's the extension part, and this is the reason: is you're trying to attract a new coach, right? So there needs to be some stability involved with this. I'm gonna go through my interview process with the GM in the room, the ownership in the room, and what I'm gonna go to a team where I know the owner. The GM's got 1 year left. So what happens if the GM gets fired? What does that mean for me? And they bring a new GM. Does that new GM like me? I don't know.
You have no idea.
Right, but that's the other problem I have with this whole thing, though, is that agents around the NFL aren't stupid. Coaches around the NFL aren't stupid. They recognize that Joe Shane's on the hot seat.
Is
so
he?
How much patience are you going to have with Joe Shane?
I don't know. And I'm being sincere when I say this. You say, we know he's on the hot seat. Do we? He was supposed to have been on the hot seat after last season.
Right, but I think the circumstances have also dictated why he's not fired.
But you know what else? And this is where it becomes really tenuous because you don't want to say anything negative. You don't want to be really mean. And I understand it's a real life situation, which football is not. But there's no one else. If it's not John Mara running things and he's not physically well enough to be able to do things, no one else can step in and tag in?
I think that's part of it. Yeah, which I think, I would be a little concerned about. But I also think that I think that John Mara likes how Joe Shane handles the front office.
You know what the problem is?
And it's been so bad. Here's the problem. I'll tell you what the biggest problem is. And
I think we're going to say the same thing. Go ahead.
Well, no, you say it. It was so bad.
The problem is he takes over from a guy that was dysfunctional.
Yeah.
To the point that it was like he was celebrating. We got computers. Don't worry, guys. We've got computers. And wouldn't like the organization was so in the dinosaur age that now you have computers and you use AI and you have like up-to-date scouting that the Giants ownership looks at this like, oh man, how can we move on from this? Because now we're into the modern age of football.
Right. I think that's part of it. We can sit here and joke about it, but I think that's part of it.
Oh, I'm not. I'm saying it annoyed, and I say it in a funny manner, but it's not funny. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, and the results have been embarrassing. I mean, that's part. Again, like you won 4 games, and 2 of those were in week 17 and 18 when you didn't want to win anyway.
Again.
Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, you guys really turn it on late in the season when teams aren't trying to win. That's when you pounce.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what, too? And I'm watching videos last night, and it just like they reminded me of some of the
kind of videos.
Well, I mean, not those kind of videos. I was watching like stuff for the show videos, but like some of the draft room stuff where Joe Shane, we talked about it at the time, like where he and we were trying to figure out why he was doing it, and clearly, like we know now why he did it, why he separated himself from Brian Dable.
Yeah, because Brian Dable,
well, he's going to be the fall guy. Like he's in that room going, like, we're like, why are you making it so like clear to everybody that Jackson Dart is their guy? But now all of a sudden he's our guy. Right at the time, you guys sure about Jackson Dart?
He plays the game well.
He's your guy. Jackson Dart is your guy. You guys sure? And now it's like now he's getting credit for Jackson Dart.
Have you seen the video?
From Luke Neighbors.
The video that's floating around that every once in a while you see when people get really angry at him that he desperately wanted to take Jalen Hyatt in the second round.
Oh yeah, I mean that he wanted. I mean there are things that he's. I saw something too. I don't know if it's. I'll ask you off during the break if it was true or not, but just about how they're viewed around the NFL, how they make decisions.
Yeah, I don't know that I have the answer to that, but we can certainly get into it a little off the air as well. So Joe Shane spoke yesterday. I thought it was somewhat embarrassing, but here, let's take a listen to some of what he says. His message to the Giants fans.
To our fans, I understand, the wins haven't been what the expectation is, and, I'm fortunate enough to be tasked with getting the organization and the franchise back where it belongs, and that's the goal as we move forward.
I mean, how are you supposed to hear that and feel good? How are you supposed to have any confidence in this organization whatsoever if you're a fan? You tell me. You're a fan of the Jets. They're more dysfunctional than the Giants, which is amazing. How am I supposed to feel about what's going on with this team right now?
How you're supposed to feel?
How am I How would
I think
you
there's got to
feel?
be a level of. I think there's got to be a level of skepticism until you find out who the next coach is going to be. It should be excitement because you feel like you found your quarterback.
That's the one saving grace for me. The one thing that makes you not just want to drive off a cliff is that you feel like you have the quarterback and there is some talent on this team. But that's not enough. There's nowhere. I mean, they allowed the most yards per rush in football history since they've been keeping the statistic. It doesn't matter if it's Jaden Blue or if it's Javonte Williams or who it is. They run roughshod over the Giants' defense.
Yeah, I think some of that was probably Shane Bowen also. I mean,
it's not like the run defense got any better when they made a change, though.
Well, no, but I mean, I think that there is talent on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think I'm with you. I don't think there's enough talent.
I would agree with that. There's
you do have
talent. Shouldn't there be more talent on a team that's been bad for so long?
You would think, yeah, but I mean that also, again, going back to Joe Shane, some of the decisions that he made, right? Like you let McKinney walk out of the door, and then you go out and spend money on Holland. You're bringing a Debo who hasn't been you went and spent big money. What was this, the second most expensive defense in the NFL last year?
Yeah, right behind the Steelers.
And that's
you
not
can
how it performed.
Mock and laugh and whatever you want with the Steelers. That's a playoff team.
Right, but that's not, I mean, listen, their defense wasn't great either. But, I mean, when you spend that kind of money and then you use the kind of draft equity that they've used on the defensive side of the ball, you'd expect better results. But, I mean, for whatever reason, Joe Shane has them convinced that it's not him. Like, that's good money spent.
I don't understand how.
Sometimes when you spend money, sometimes people feel like when you spend money that you did enough. And then he must have them believe that the money they spent was good money, and the picks that they made were good picks, and that the only thing missing is the coaching, which is why Brian Daboll's not here.
He must.
Right, because, I mean, but that's my problem with it is all money's not good money. Like, you didn't spend great money. Was it Debo good this year?
No.
No. Was Holland good this year?
No.
Would you have rather had McKinney than Holland? Yeah. Like, I mean, like, some of the decisions that he's made good decisions, don't get me wrong, but, like, the other ones, like the Saquon Barkley decision, paying Slayton what you would have paid Saquon Barkley, McKinney leaving. Like, I mean, there's so many different things that he's done.
It's embarrassing. You say he's made some good decisions. I mean, of course. And this was what I was saying to the guys yesterday. You have all these picks and all this free agency. Everyone's going to make some decent decisions or some good decisions. It's not enough.
Right, but the crazy part of this whole thing is it feels like the good decisions, some of the good decisions that he's made weren't really his decisions in the first place. Like, if left to his own devices, you'd have different players. Like, you'd have a Dunze and not. Like, who knows if you have Jackson Dart if it was up to him? You probably don't. Right?
Like, I mean,
and he made that pretty well. I mean, pretty clear that this is your guy.
And now he's going to reap the rewards.
And he's going to, Jackson Dart's going to end up saved his job.
He did save his job. I don't know how, but he saved his job. I mean, John Mara took the microphone and a year ago said, if this doesn't result in wins, that's it. And it resulted in 2 wins until the final 2 weeks of the season.
I know, but the problem is, and you're guilty of this, we're both guilty of this, is that there were plenty of those losses that you felt like should have been wins if it wasn't for the coaching. If those are just losses, then you're probably cleaning house. But there were enough of those ones, the Denver game, like there were enough of those games you felt like you should have won.
So they had enough blown games that you can blame the coaches that it saves the job and the behind of Joe Shane.
That's right.
Great. All right, let's take a break. So I told you we have Mel Kiper at 8:10 today. We have CMT also today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I believe RJ has fixed his computer clock.
He was on time today.
He was on time with us today.
Well, that's because he had he went and did his little thing he does yesterday. His recharge.
Where he goes to visit the other building.
Yeah, has his panini.
He loves that other building.
It's like his recharge. When he's feeling down, it's like his pick me up.
I've been in that building. It's beautiful.
Get a teeny weeny panini genie.
I haven't been in it.
I don't know if it's a good idea for you to go into that building.
I'm not going to.
Because I think you might fall in love, and then you have to come back here, which is a fine building, but it's not that building.
That's a special place.
It's a special place.
Yeah.
RJ, do you feel when you come back from that building, you're like, you feel like you've gone to a spa?
Yeah, it is like a little spa. I mean, listen, this is home. This is our home base. This is where we do the show, and listen, this is where we love being. But you go over there, it's different. It's something nice. You go, and I'd had a tough weekend. Niners lost. Sabres lost their win streak.
Niners, by the way, 4.5-point dogs now.
It's going up.
Numbers going up.
RJ's going to take the Niners. He
of course.
He
has to take the Niners. I mean, what kind of fan would he be if he didn't take the Niners?
Well, I guess he could not take the game.
He's got to take the game.
Well, I'm not going to take the Eagles.
RJ, when you step into the building, do you just you breathe it all in?
I think there's a chance. Here would be my concern.
I think it's the opposite. He exhales.
If you went over there, I think there's a chance, sometimes we have like the conduit cam, we follow you around during the breaks.
Yeah.
I think during that like 9:45 break, you just make a break for it and you end up over there.
Just create my own office?
Well, part of it is the people that you might run into.
And he could take any office, RJ. The building's enormous.
Yeah.
It's a block long. He might
just
just commandeer somebody else's office.
He's squatting from the other building.
And you have Dave Spies. I was sitting a couple of weeks ago, enjoying my panini, being spied on by Dave's people. Who walks right by me? Dan Orlovsky.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. You just never know what's going to happen.
You could feel the greatness.
So.
Did you talk to him?
No, he looked like he was on his AirPods talking to somebody. I wasn't going to interrupt him.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
it's like smelling Tom Brady's fingers.
Let's take a break. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, you shouldn't go over there.
Why?
Yeah, it would be too much for you.
Did you see Tom at St. Bart's?
Yeah,
living his best life.
He couldn't leave St. Bart's.
That was Braxton Berrios' ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, he's old enough to be her father.
Well,
that's the guy making decisions for the Raiders.
Yeah, maybe he'll hire Belichick as the coach.
No, he's gonna hire. It sounds like he's hiring Flores.
I know. All right, let's take a break. So Joe Shane is back as the GM of the Giants, and that makes you feel like what? 1-800-919-3776. Like I said, CMT, Mel Kiper, stuff you missed, All of it. DNR with you on a busy Tuesday right here on ESPN New York.
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm, from the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me, and the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too. Someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering buy one, get one 50% off and every day 0% financing. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends January 31st, 2026.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We roll along on a busy Tuesday. Oh, this is nice.
Oh, what's nice? You got a nice little text message, little email?
I got an email from Frank Langone. He said, there's no way you'll read this, but the afternoon show should send you a thank you gift basket for their ratings pop when you joined. Oh. It's the only time I was able to listen yesterday. They had a wrestler on at 3:30. What are we doing here?
I think he's also a football...
Yeah, he's a football insider.
Yeah.
He says, John has zero control over that show. I don't know why Peter's treated like he's Stephen A. Smith. The whole thing is bizarre. Thank God for you. That's nice.
It is strange, though. I mean, because John, as far as he's concerned with our show, is like he's the puppet master.
Right.
He pulls all the strings. He makes us feel like there are decisions.
How many shows can you be the puppet master over, though?
I think he feels like he's the puppet master over all the shows.
You can't put the same kind of time and attention into every single show.
He tries. I mean, we don't get nearly the attention that we used to get.
That's true. And Carlin needs attention.
Oh, I mean, it's a 2-hour meeting.
Yeah.
We get John for like 15 minutes, maybe. Maybe 15 minutes.
No, we don't. You don't get him for 15 minutes.
Combined, maybe?
Maybe.
But before,
no, I would say no, because he comes in during the 8:30 break for a good 5 minutes, and then say the 9 o'clock break for a good 4 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes. I got a concerned email from Frank Dorico.
Okay.
He says Rick is spending $75 a day on parking, and this is mean, and the moron won't spend a couple bucks for no ads Peacock. No wonder he needs 4 jobs.
Great point. I don't watch a lot on Peacock though, so to spend the extra, what is it like? It's like $12.
It's an extra 12.
No, I think it's an extra 6. I think it's double. I think it's 12 with no ads.
I feel like, and now I would also, because I have the same thing. I have ads on the show I'm watching, but I'm not the one who runs point on how we get the Peacock or what kind of package we have with the Peacock.
Yeah, I think that the only reason I have the ads, I think, is because I originally got Peacock for it might have been a game. I think it might have been like one football game I got Peacock for.
Right.
And then we'll occasionally watch a show. I don't watch a lot on Peacock.
Have you seen the show All Her Fault?
I was going to tell you that. I got into it. We're in a bit of a kerfuffle here because
you and Cass?
Cassie wanted to go with that one.
I hate when the parents fight. I hate it.
But it's not really fighting.
Happening?
She wanted to go with that one, but I went with the Copenhagen test, which is also on Peacock. I didn't like the whole premise that the kid gets abducted and his name was Milo. It kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, I understand that.
Let's watch that one next.
It's. I'll tell you though.
But I like the actress. I like the actress from that.
It's Dakota Fanning.
No, the other actress from that.
I don't know.
Mom.
I don't know her name.
She's from the show I liked.
Okay.
What was the show? Everyone watched the show.
I don't know.
With the dad.
The show with the dad.
No, where the dad was the powerful guy. Was the Macaulay Culkin's brother was in it?
Oh, not Severance, the other one, right? Succession?
Succession, yes. Yeah, I like that show.
Joe Shane. Anything to not talk about Joe Shane, but let's line up the calls, 800-919-3776. Why do you deserve to keep your job?
Early on I made mistakes. I'm fortunate to have great ownership here where you're allowed to stub your toe, try to course correct. Over the last couple of years, we've been able to add a franchise quarterback. You've been able to add a number one receiver in Malik Neighbors who, again, I'm looking forward to getting him back. And there are, the defensive line, the pass rushers. There's pieces in place that also make this an attractive job. So looking at where we're going, where the build is, what the plan is moving forward and seeing the vision through is why I think that's the case.
Stub your toe? Stub the toe?
There's a little stub.
The toe needs to be removed.
It might be gone.
You stub the toe to the point that it is swelled up that you now can't sleep, and you go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, I'm sorry, not only do I have to take the toe, I'm going to have to take the whole foot. Stub the toe?
Stubbed it.
Stubbed it.
Stub, that's it. Little stub.
You didn't stub it.
Yeah, lights were off. Boop, stub.
No, that's not a stub.
Yep.
No. That a stub is like, it's a it's a hiccup. The Knicks stubbed their toe last night. It's a bad stubbing. It's a swollen stubbing, but it's a stubbing. The Giants have not stubbed the toe. The Giants have detached the toe from the foot.
I don't even think they're going to lose the nail on this stubbing.
Oh, forget about the nail. Forget it. It's like the foot has gangrene. And has to be removed from the ankle down.
Yeah.
And now you get one of those robotic foot.
The problem is, he might be he's the only toe left. Yeah. All the other toes they have to get rid of.
Oh, God.
Dable gone. Bowen gone.
It's a stubbing.
It's the foot is dying.
Dying, slowly dying.
Yeah, but you know
what is it called? Necrosis?
Yeah, but you know what happens, though, is those two big wins in week 17 and 18, they revive the foot. They breathe life into the foot.
It's like stem cells?
Oh, yeah, right to the foot.
Week 17 and 18 are the stem cells for the Giants?
You let Rex Ryan run wild on that foot. He'll bring it back.
It's stub the toe. What's his record? His record is like 23-55. Stubbed it.
You won 7 games in the last 2 years, and 3 of those games are in week 17 and 18.
Right. You've won 7 games the last 2 years, and 3 of them you're like, oh, please don't win this game.
3 of them you didn't want.
Right? I mean, 3 of them you're like, oh, God, if there's a God in heaven, we won't win this game. That's what we are. Stub the toe.
It's like Don and 10 people that are happy that they won the games. That's about it.
I have people that are sending me like emails and texts and reaching out like just nauseated. I had a friend, a good friend, who I met years ago in Chicago. I don't need to tell you the story on air, but we're going to the Giants game years ago in college, and we became friends, and we're still friends. And he bet money on the Giants to win, knew they were going to win, just so he could at least have something on the other side of the Giants season. That's what they've done to the fan base.
Well, we all try to tell you before you went to St. Martin.
Well, you guys are geniuses.
And you're like, no.
Well,
they're not going to beat the
because
Raiders.
why would I expect them to win? Well, first of all,
this is what they do.
Okay, I didn't realize the Raiders were that bad. Like, I thought the Giants and Raiders were maybe somewhat on the same plane. I didn't realize the Raiders were that bad. And I didn't realize the Cowboys were I can't even say what I would like to say. I didn't realize the Cowboys would basically throw the game.
Why would they? But why would they?
Well, why would the Giants win the game?
Because the Giants are still trying to win.
Why?
Because you got an interim coach and you got a rookie quarterback that wants to go prove to everyone that he can win football games.
But why does he have to play the whole game?
That's an up top
Couldn't they have
decision.
checked him out? Couldn't they have called from the blue tab like we need him?
Russ is still dealing with the hamstring residue.
And you know what?
That was some nice information to throw out there for everybody.
How about Santiago, who won't say a word? He's this sweet as saccharine, you know what, on the air when we talk to him. I see what he tweets out. Wouldn't it be amazing if the Giants had draft picks taken away?
Oh.
I see what you put out there.
That'd be a nice parting gift.
You're a bad guy.
I stand by it.
You're a bad guy.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think I am at all.
With your Cowboys crap on.
This was a gift.
A gift from who? The devil?
From the Ass Man.
The Ass Man got you a Cowboys thing?
Yeah, I woke up to this in my mailbox one day. Very nice, very nice, sweet gift from Jake Assman.
You have a mailbox?
Yeah. How about that?
He lives in an apartment. What do you mean?
Oh, that was in your house mailbox.
Oh, you thought it's like at work?
Yeah, like a work mailbox.
No, not at all.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wait, the Ass Man buys you presents?
This is the first present I've ever gotten from him.
Like your sugar daddy?
Sure, why not?
Wait, what is happening? RJ, did the Ass Man buy you a present?
It's funny you ask. He did, actually.
Wait.
Did you get a
Rick,
Niners
did you
something?
get an Ass Man present?
I got a Yankee quarter zip.
What?
Delivered right to my front door. I don't know, probably December 20th.
Oh, wow. I'd almost rather the Yankee quarter zip.
Oh, now you're going to complain about your Cowboys thing? Rick, what'd you get?
I didn't get anything.
I didn't get anything either.
I didn't get any, Ass Man, any, swag, nothing.
I can't believe the Ass Man is throwing gifts around, and we got nothing.
He's doing all right for himself.
What's clear is that he doesn't care for the two of you.
I think
the Ass Man used to wait around Syosset for us to sign autographs for him. I can't get an Ass Maniac hat or nothing.
Did you sign for him?
Yeah, I signed for him.
Oh, well. You forgot about it.
You know what he's doing? And good for him. When we're out, Rick, who do you think? John, I know, but who do you think he needs to sweeten up to?
Oh, these
Not
guys.
us.
No, these guys.
It's a smart play by him. I think it's a smart play.
It's well executed. Wow. I'm sure no one else got you anything. Ty didn't get you anything.
Did Ty get you guys anything?
No, but why would he? Just like why would Jake?
Renan didn't get
because Jake's
playing
an
the
ass
game.
kisser.
Yeah, because Jake's playing the game.
Yeah, but
he's playing the long game.
We don't make the decision when you guys are out who fills in for you.
Yeah, but you know what? You have more say than you think.
Oh, really?
You put the little bee in John's ear. Yes.
Well, did you see yesterday, Jake, the video that he tweeted out? It made 2 million impressions. Rick sent it.
Oh, the McShay video?
Yeah, Rick sent it to me. Ray sent it to the group chat. I had other people send it to me that don't even know Jake. Nice retweet by him. Maybe he knows what he's doing.
Oh, Anthony got something.
Cusick got something too?
Anthony says, I got a Rangers one.
Nice.
So everybody gets something.
And
you get a quarter zip.
Yeah, you get a quarter zip, and you get a quarter zip.
Well,
I got nothing. I got crap.
You see the attention to detail, too. Not only did he just go across the board and be like, you know
Right,
what?
he gets you your favorite team.
Anthony, RJ, Ray, all Yankee fans. Let me just buy in bulk. Make it easy. Nope. Cowboys, Yankees, Rangers.
It's impressive. It's actually impressive.
How about John? Only I have say.
Wow.
He's swinging it.
That's factual, though.
Well, yeah, he's not wrong.
Did John get something? Did he get a Disney quarter zip?
I'm sure John got
If
something.
John got a Disney quarter zip, let me tell you. Assman has elevated to the elite.
You think Dinahan got something? Jacob got something?
It's a fair possibility.
Bauer?
Everybody you just mentioned is a possibility.
Harvey?
It would make sense, though, because
Harvey got a Devils one, probably.
Wow.
Harvey had to go out and buy himself one and then sent it as Jake Assman.
Oh, look, Jake bought
Happy holidays. All the best, Jake.
That was mean.
Poor Harvey.
Poor Harvey is right. All right, you know what? Let's take a break. Now I'm upset. Everyone's getting something except for us.
You brought us here.
I didn't bring us here. You brought us here. I said you're wearing that Cowboys thing. You're like, Jake Assman bought it for me. It was a present.
Yeah, you brought it.
Right
You
in my
brought it up.
mailbox.
You brought it up.
I didn't realize we were going to go there. Let's
You
take
open
a
up a
break.
whole Pandora's box of all these different presents he's buying for everybody.
He's doing very well for himself. 1-800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
That 3 Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
Serve Pro. Like it never even happened.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. The Rascal Flats Life is a Highway Tour coming to UBS Arena on January the 29th and Prudential Center on January 30th. ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets to the venue of your choice on the ESPN New York app. Here's what you do. You scroll down to contest, submit your entry, brought to you by Live Nation. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. That's nice.
That's real nice.
Concert giveaway in this month. That's a win for everyone.
Can't beat it.
Let's go to Bill in Florida. Bill, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
Good morning. I want to challenge this idea that you have to give Joe Shane an extension because otherwise he's a lame duck candidate, and that you won't be able to get a coach under those circumstances. That, to me, is ridiculous. Because
you can get
any
a coach.
coach,
you can get a coach, but you're going to get the right coach.
No. But just hear me out for a second, please. What I'm saying is any coach that's going to interview for the job, he's going to do so, and the idea is you got to give Shane you got to give him an extension in order to attract that coach because the coach won't want to work under a lame duck general manager. But a coach is going to see right through it. He's going to realize that when they give Shane an extension, he's still going to be a lame duck.
Is he though?
General manager.
Bill, is he? Why would we believe that he's on the hot seat? Really?
Because look, we don't know what's going to happen, obviously, with John Mara, but one would think that next year, I would hope that if it's another horrible year, which it probably will be,
why
they're going
would
to
it
be
be?
forced.
Well, you say it probably will be. Why should next year be another horrible year for this team?
Because every year is a horrible year, and they're going to win another 3 games. Joe Shane is incompetent, and the point is that you're not going to be any coach that is going to be interested in the job and sees that they gave Joe Shane another year or 2 on his contract knows that, just assume for the moment that I'm right, that it's another bad year.
Well, the coach doesn't know anything. The coach is
him.
not taking the job expecting to win 3 games. Whoever the coach is expecting to come in with a new quarterback, add pieces this offseason, and win, I don't know,
9,
6, 7, 8, 9
no
games.
No way. I don't want 6, 7. No, I want 8 or 9 or 10.
I was just setting the bar low.
Oh, I got you.
It's better than 3.
Well, yeah, I guess. But they got up to 4 this year. But I'm telling you, I don't want.
Don't say they got up to 4 this year. Don't do that.
I don't want 6 wins where it's like you're 4-12 and then all of a sudden you win a couple of fun. No, I want meaningful wins in September and October.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't understand though where we get into these conversations. If someone was hiring you, it doesn't have to be as the coach of an NFL football team, but just in general, if you're going for a job and you're someone that's sought after by other companies, would you feel comfortable being hired by a boss that only has 1 year left on his deal?
No,
that wouldn't be a great feeling.
No,
because who knows what the hell's going to happen?
Right? Because who knows if the next boss wants you?
Right. Like I don't know if the next guy they hire is going to prefer me or if he's got a coach that he'd like to work with.
That being said, if they give Joe Schoen a 1 year extension, what does that really mean? You can easily buy your way out of that.
Right. Like I don't know what the extension is, but I wouldn't feel great about what the Giants have done over the last couple of years under Joe Schoen, and then going and putting myself into a situation where he's got 1 year left on his deal.
So here's Joe Schoen. He would, and it's amazing because usually these things are public. They let you, like, right? I mean, when do you not know a contract for someone, for a coach, for a GM, for a player? You always know the contract for somebody. No,
not as. I mean, it's not as readily available as the players' contracts.
As the players, I think that has to be public. I think.
Do you know how much money Joe Schoen makes?
Oh no, I don't know how much money he makes, but I don't care how much money he makes. I think we should have an idea of
right,
how long he's.
I mean, the players,
to be
how many years,
manager.
how much money they make, what's deferred, what's not deferred. I mean, there's
you know more. You know more about players, but I mean, do you know how long Aaron Glenn is going to be here? You know how long these contracts are for. I find it obviously they're playing the game because they know if they stand up there yesterday and he's like, "Yeah, I got a 3-year extension," the fan base would freak out, right?
Right. Yeah.
So they can't. They know it's so bad. He knows it's so bad, and there's such ill will towards him from the Giants fan base that he can't even tell you if he got an extension or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, would that be something that you decided to like talk about yesterday? No, of course not.
Well, he was asked about it, and here he is being asked about his contract.
I'm not going to get into my personal contract situation. As you've seen today, unfortunately, the nature of the business, I'm not sure how much it really matters how many years you have on your contract or not, but I'm not going to get into my personal situation there.
It's that bad that he can't.
Why shouldn't they though?
Why shouldn't he?
No, but why shouldn't we know?
Well, we should know
what all the players make.
We should know. Of course, we should know. What's so wrong with us knowing that he got a 2-year extension or didn't or is on the last year of a deal? Why is that a bad thing?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I mean, to the point you just made is, I mean, most of the Giants fans don't want him back in the first place.
Okay, so the reason that you can't tell us where you're at is because you've been so bad and the fan base will freak out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So think about that for a second.
Well, I mean, it's not a long list of things that he's done well.
Well, how many GMs, coaches around the league would you ask the question, hey, what's your contract situation? And they basically, I don't want to tell you because it's going to have a real backlash.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would be a day, for him, if he did get an extension yesterday, it would be something that you'd want to talk about. Like, there's a level of excitement. Joe Schoen's coming back. We got to see this thing through, and that's not how most Giants fans feel.
The exact opposite.
Right.
The exact opposite. ESPN New York Survivor is done. Over 3,100 entries competed this NFL season for a $5,000 grand prize. 9 people made it to the end with correct picks every single week. Big thanks to everyone who participated and to SplashSports.com for powering the contest all season long. I felt so bad. My buddy is in a Survivor, and he had to pick 2. He was alive for 20 grand.
Oof.
He had to pick 2 teams this week. He took the Vikings and the Chiefs.
Oh.
Yep.
What other teams did he have available?
Nothing great.
Nothing great.
Nothing
he
great.
didn't have the Giants hanging around.
He did. He did have the Giants, but come on, you would have taken the Giants over the Chiefs?
Probably not.
No, I mean the Chiefs were laying 5.5. The Giants were getting 3.
Yeah.
He had the I think he had the Seahawks too, but I mean, we can take Seattle in that game. He didn't have anything.
Maybe
great.
If he called you took Seattle. You felt good about Seattle.
I did feel, but I would have felt better about the Chiefs to win.
It's the week 18 is so hard though because you don't know who's trying to win and who's not.
I felt so bad all year long. He's at, who should I take? What should I do? Where should I go with this? And advising him the whole way through.
Well, I mean the only reason you would have potentially taken the Giants was just because of the situation that they're in. And not knowing how engaged the Cowboys, like for how long Dak was going to play, like how engaged CeeDee Lamb was going to be or Pickens was going to be, and you knew, I mean, at least you thought that, Jackson Dart's going to play this thing out, man. Like
he played it out.
He's not taking his foot off the gas here.
He's good.
He's a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, they got to stick it. They got to put him with the right guy. I
sent you guys the odd. Now, who knows if these are accurate or you can really bet on this stuff? But the odds last night were Stefanski the pretty prohibitive favorite to get this
plus
job.
200. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have Harbaugh on this list, though.
They have John Harbaugh on the list.
Yeah.
Right. Well, but he wasn't near the top of it, right?
No, he was plus 700. He's fourth.
Plus 700?
Yeah. It went Stefanski, McCarthy, Hafley, Harbaugh. I mean, Stefanski's going to be.
Stefanski's going to get a job.
Atlanta.
He's going to get a job. What do you think is the most attractive job? It can only be one of two, right? Atlanta or the Giants?
Depending on how you feel about Cam Ward. Maybe like Nashville.
Sounds like Matt Nagy's going to get that job.
Maybe. I saw Aditi Kinkhabwala said that she thinks
good for you.
How about that? That Kevin Stefanski's like one of the nicest guys she's ever met in the business, and that he would be a good personality fit with Cam Ward, in her opinion.
Well, he's getting interviews all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has. I think when you coach Cleveland and have success in Cleveland, and you coach the Jets, I think it's looked at differently.
Shouldn't it be?
Right. Like, I mean, Salah's going to be back in the cycle after having a really good year this year as the defensive coordinator for the Niners, and I think a lot of that is, well, who could have success with the Jets anyway?
No, nobody does.
Nobody.
And it goes from bad to worse. Right, like Salah, Ulbrich, and you're like, all right, well, it can't be that bad again. No, it's worse.
I saw a clip yesterday that was going around. Booms, who played on. I mean, he was here with Rich Kotite, right? Like, I mean, he'll admit to you, like, I was on one of the worst Jets teams ever.
And he said this year's team is worse, right?
Is the worst.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Samini said when we talked to him the other day. He said he's been covering this team for 35 years. He said this team is one of the worst three teams he's ever seen for this club.
Dude, I mean, you're doing, like, historically bad things, man.
Right.
I mean, last 5 games, losing by 23 or more points, not having an interception. I mean, you name it.
I bet you couldn't even bet on that. Like, if you went to Vegas, you're like, I'd like to bet money that a team won't have an interception this year. They'd be like, get out of here.
I don't even know what the equivalent of that would be. When you hire a coach that, I mean, that's what he did for a living.
Right.
And then you hire him as the head coach, and you set a record for not having one interception the entire season.
Well, it's never happened.
And of course, the one in Week 18 that should have been intercepted. There's been some during the season, but goes to Quincy Williams, who's playing with a club on his hand.
Right.
So he's not catching it.
No. He wouldn't have caught it anyway. I don't believe they were not bound to get an interception this year.
But watch how about the Steelers game? The T.J. Watt interception. Like, stuff like that happens all the time.
It just falls into a defensive lineman's lap at some point.
Like, all the time.
Every year. All right, let's take a break. Jackson Dart, what does he have to say about this whole Giants situation? We'll hear from Malik Neighbors. We'll hear some real nasty stuff about the Jets as well, which I don't even look forward to discussing because it's so bad. 1-800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Tuesday. Here she is. It's Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. On this busy Tuesday, let's see what's going on. Alternate side parking rules are suspended for 3 Kings Day. Metered parking rules in effect. Watch for slowdowns westbound belt out by Merrick Boulevard with an accident just being cleared. Northern State East at New Hyde Park Road. It's an accident. Traffic is moving slowly on 1 and 9 southbound, getting down toward the area of Newark with an accident getting out toward McClellan Street. Traffic is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law. Bite back.
Listen up, football fans. You ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Joe Shane, why do you deserve to keep your job?
Early on, I made mistakes. I'm fortunate to have great ownership here where you're allowed to stub your toe.
Stub the toe?
A little stub.
The toe needs to be removed. And you go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, I'm sorry, not only do I have to take the toe, I'm going to have to take the whole foot. Stub the toe?
Stubbed it.
Stubbed it. You didn't stub it.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
The Giants have not stubbed the toe. The Giants have detached the toe from the foot.
On ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, very well done, Raymond. We talk about the toe removal, stubbing of the toe, and you come back with Footloose.
What a great movie.
You know, I never loved it as much as other
Stop.
people. I'm telling you, I never loved
Footloose
it.
is a nice movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just I can't have an opinion where I just didn't love a movie like you did.
You don't want to just cut loose.
I didn't love that movie.
Okay.
I thought Kevin Bacon was fine. I thought the premise was kind of silly. No dancing in the town.
They just want to dance. It was too sexual for the town. But the kids just wanted to dance.
So you were a big Footloose guy.
I like Footloose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Because I just wanted to dance.
I prefer like a Risky Business kind of movie.
I like Risky Business also.
That's a nice movie.
That's a real nice movie.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like.
A Tom Cruise movie I like.
I feel like on this show I live in that town where I just want to spread my wings and fly and just dance. And you guys
they don't let you dance?
You guys hold me back.
We hold you back from dance.
I know, but I can't
dance.
Hey, you won't let me dance.
Go dance your face off.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you how I feel.
What are you looking to do?
You, RJ, and Ray just hold me back.
We hold you back from doing your
dancing?
dancing?
Can't do that.
We hold you back or we don't allow it?
I just want to verbally dance.
Yeah, just us and the FCC holding you back. That's it.
That's it. I got to break through.
Dance, clown.
Go ahead,
I
dance.
just want to be free.
Dance your face off.
You want to dance like a streak around a field. Like those 10 seconds will be glorious. And then you'll be pummeled.
Yeah, but they wind up in jail, those people.
Yeah, you go to
jail. I want to be on a pole dancing. That's the kind of dancing I want to do.
Dance for me.
I want to get naked and dance.
Why do you want to get naked and dance on the show?
I feel like the clothes can be a little cumbersome. Like the freedom.
Well, they're not going to take off their beautiful quarter zips.
No.
That's for sure.
Yeah, because they're gifts that we didn't get.
The workplace is meant to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Well, you're doing a good
saying.
job.
That's a saying.
I have a piece of sound here.
Want a meat stick?
That I don't even want to play for you.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
It's jet sound. You want to play?
And I got to tell you, why I feel badly, because I'm at the end of my rope with the Giants. I can't take it anymore. I've had enough. They make me angry. I hate them. I don't even like all the stuff that happens with the Giants. I don't even care anymore. I do, but I don't. You have it so much worse than me.
Yep.
Jets fans have it so much worse that thinking about how I feel with the Giants, I don't even know how you guys get out of bed and root for this team every day.
It's tough. It's a decision. Should I get out of bed? I have to.
The problem is, and you have all these people, just don't root for them anymore. You can't do that.
No.
When you're a fan of a team, you're locked in, and there's nothing you can do to change that. But I feel so badly for like the people that make their kids into Jets fans and hand it down from generation to generation. It's such a broken franchise.
It is.
Why do you laugh?
Because I
like Ira.
Ira's
in his 70s.
I know, but Ira's in the amount of money and time that Ira has spent on the Jets is, I don't even know. It's just, dude, he travels with the team. Like,
I know.
Season tickets.
But like John's a young guy. John's what, like 43, 44 years old. And he said to me probably 5 years ago, I'm at the point now where I believe I'll never see them win anything. And I remember when he said it, I was like, come on, man. You're 38. And now it's like, you know what? Maybe he won't. Like, I still think he will at some point, just because at some point things typically change. Like, you wind up with the right coach.
Well, but I know you say that,
lucky.
but how many teams haven't won a Super Bowl?
You could go through it a lot.
Okay, but how many? Like, give me some teams right now off the top of your head that haven't won a Super Bowl.
The Browns, the Lions, the Chargers, the Texans, the Jaguars. I'd have to like just look at the teams. But plenty. But the Jets have won a Super Bowl. They just haven't done it for
No,
forever.
but my point is that
the Cardinals.
Like, you can say that now. Like, at some point they'll figure it out. There are franchises that have never won a Super Bowl.
Arizona never won a Super Bowl. Minnesota never won a Super Bowl. But I don't look at the Jets as Minnesota. Like, Minnesota's way more functional than the Jets.
But that's my point, though. Like, there are organizations that are way more functional than us, that are better teams than us.
Detroit never won a Super Bowl.
That can't figure it out.
Atlanta has never won a Super Bowl. And then you go to the AFC. Obviously, in your division, it's only you. The Chargers never won a Super Bowl. Cincinnati never won a Super Bowl. Cleveland never won a Super Bowl. Jacksonville, but they're a newer team. Houston, they're a newer team. Tennessee, Houston, Oilers, whatever, but the combination never won a Super Bowl. So there's a lot of teams that have never won a Super Bowl.
Right, but you're talking about a team, and I'm talking about us right now, that haven't made the playoffs in 15 years.
Right.
It's not even like we're putting ourselves in the tournament, like giving ourselves a chance to make some kind of crazy run to get to a Super Bowl.
Right. If you go through that list, like the Lions were in the NFC Championship game a couple years ago. The Bengals were this close away from winning a Super Bowl, right? The Falcons had a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl.
So, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, that's awful.
Minnesota
and I
had
know I
14
joke
wins
about it,
last
but
year,
that's
trying to get to 15.
That's a terrible place to live, to have your team that level of incompetent.
Like, as Jets fans now, it's become more of a support group. Like, you're watching Mitch Trubisky go up and down the field, and you're getting text messages from, fellow Jets fans that are, like, trying to help each other through it. Like, Ty texts me, or I text Alan, like, whatever it is, like, just trying to get through it.
So it's just like,
you can't
I'm
believe
here for
what
you
you're
kind
watching.
of a support group?
Yeah, well, you can't believe what you're watching. Like, it's like it's hard to, like, I mean, me and RJ share, and now Sabres have seemed to turn it around, but, like, I mean, it's us and the Sabres as the longest playoff droughts, so he kind of knows how I feel. But there's not a lot of teams that have endured what we're going through right now.
No, they're not. I mean, New Orleans, who perennially was the laughingstock of the NFL, they landed Sean Payton, they got Drew Brees, and they won a Super Bowl. So it's
and it feels like, I mean, it feels like Kellen Moore's going to be a good coach, and they might have found their quarterback.
Correct.
Like, we're going in the opposite direction.
Cleveland's bad.
Cleveland's bad, but Cleveland's made the play. I mean, Stefanski won a playoff game.
Yeah.
He won 11 games twice.
So, okay, who would you – not who's worse, because I think the Raiders are worse than the Jets now if both teams are fully healthy. But whatever. The
Raiders figure it out before the Jets figure it out.
So you would rather be any other of the 31 organizations than the Jets? I'm not saying.
No, I don't want to be. I don't think I'd want to be Cleveland.
So Cleveland. So Cleveland's 32.
I don't think I'd want to be Cleveland though.
And the Jets at 31. Arizona.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to be Arizona either.
Okay, so now that's 31.
But what do all these things have in common though?
Ownership.
Right. And that's really the helpless part of this whole thing is, and it's really I think where the frustration stems from, is I don't know if it's going to matter. Right, like as long as Woody's at the top making decisions, I don't know. I think that's why John probably got to the point that I'm at, and a lot of Jets fans are at. Is while he owns the team, I don't. Which again, is he going to sell it? Probably not. Like,
no, you can't have that thought that he's going to sell the team.
I have no faith that we're gonna win a championship. How could you?
You can't get near the postseason. How in the world are you going to win a championship?
I don't think you do. I don't. I mean, we just went through this whole process, hire a coach that everyone's excited about, give him a 5-year deal, and it got coming off a season with Aaron Rodgers that you won 5 games, and you won 3 games, and it feels like the worst team that's ever been on the field.
It might have been. It might have been. RJ, let me ask you. You're a good football fan. Raymond, you as well. Of the 32 teams, which team would you want to be the least like?
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland. Okay. So and Arizona too?
Yeah. They're right there.
He stinks too. He's not a good owner either.
Terrible.
He's a long-time terrible owner. It's
funny you say that, though, because I have a buddy that's a Cardinals fan, my buddy Quinn, and he was texting me. He feels exactly like you guys feel. Basically saying there is no discernible difference. Well,
there's not. He's not wrong.
But for a team that's been to a Super Bowl in the last 15 years and has, sporadically looked interesting to watch, to also say, basically we're the Jets is pretty bad.
And they were in the playoffs. Like Kyler Murray had them in the postseason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's your 3, though.
Those 3 are on an island to themselves.
The
right?
Bengals used to be that
not
team.
Anymore, not with Burrow, though.
Yeah, but really it's just because of Burrow.
Right, and I have no doubt they'll get back there. They're not there right now.
Are we giving the Raiders too much of a benefit of the doubt?
Right, but here's my thing, like even with Burrow, right? Like, I mean, Zach Taylor's coming back. And a lot of that feels like because Joe Burrow wants Zach Taylor to come back. In an organization that's run properly, as much as you love Joe Burrow, are you ultimately letting him make the decision? Or do you say, hey, Joe, listen, we appreciate your information. We love that you like Zach Taylor. but we're going to do what's in your best interest and what the team's best interest is we feel like there's someone better to take us to that next level than Zach Taylor. Like, I don't know one way or the other, like, how much say Joe Burrow had. I heard yesterday that, like, I think it's Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. It might have been Schrager that said it. Have the most say in the NFL right now as far as players are concerned.
Makes sense.
But, like, it's just like organizations like that don't know how to get out of their own way. Like, I feel like in a Baltimore, Pittsburgh, like one of these teams that has consistent success would like, no, we make the decision. You're the player. We're ownership. We're like we'll be the one. I'm the general manager. I'm the one that makes like I know what we should do. Like we appreciate your information. Like it'd be like us. Like we don't. Like at the end of the day, you can listen to our opinion, but we're not making the decision.
Mm-mm.
Like that's how well run businesses work.
But it's always the same teams that are there. Even like the Niners, right? Every year, it's the Steelers. Every year, it's been it's the
Seattle
Ravens every year.
Philly.
It's the same teams every single year that seem to be able to get things done, and it's the same teams every single year that can't get things done. All right, I promised you some audio, which is going to upset you. It will. It should. I'm not doing it to do that. I'm doing it because it's so unbelievably damning for the Jets. It's Todd McShay on his appropriately named McShay Show, and he just crushes the Jets and Dante Moore, and he says the Jets, Dante Moore should not allow himself to be drafted by this organization.
If you're representing Dante Moore, with the Raiders, you know you have an organization steep in history, trying to do the right thing, misguided at times, brings in Tom Brady, who can be a source of like helping, I feel like next year with a new coaching staff. Would you or would you not, as the representation for Dante Moore, kind of reach out to the Raiders and say, hey, my client's trying to make a decision. We can live with going to 30 of the 32 teams. Maybe it's 31. I can't allow him to go to the New York Jets. And I realize in 2027, maybe he's the 7th pick or the 5th pick or maybe he's the first overall pick and the Jets have all that ammo and they can get him there. He's got an opportunity to go back to Oregon, probably make the same amount of money that he's going to make in his rookie contract. Phil Knight will make that happen. So I can allow my client to go back to Oregon and have another season with a new offensive coordinator because Will Stein's going to Kentucky, or you can pretty much promise me that he's going to be the number 1 overall pick. But we're not one single player in this entire draft, unless they grew up a Jets fan or have some kind of family tie, wants to be a New York Jet.
I mean, does it get worse than that?
No, it doesn't get worse than that. He's not the only one that said that either.
I've heard that all over the place. Listen, their money's still green, so they're going to wind up with guys, and they still have draft picks, so they're going to wind up with guys.
Right, but I can't imagine there's a lot of people that feel like around the NFL, like the agents or players that feel like they're going to maximize their abilities with the Jets. That's not what the Jets do, especially with quarterbacks. They don't.
They don't. They're going to have to step right into it.
I guess.
I mean, what else is going to happen? They're going to have to just draft a guy, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, my God, they hit on the guy. Like, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Like even the dregs of the NFL.
Yeah, but my clock has not been right yet.
No, it was.
But, I mean, Sam Darnold felt like it could have been right.
Sam Darnold feels like he's fixed things now, yeah.
But you were in such a rush to move off him and draft Zach Wilson.
Right, and Zach Wilson's not even the backup now with Miami.
Right, turns out wasn't a good decision.
Was not. Speaking of all this sports conversation, you have anything to tell me about with some FanDuel?
Like, okay, yes, I do. But, like, I mean, now Aaron Rodgers, right, is not what Aaron Rodgers was when he was winning MVPs. But Aaron Rodgers going to a good team that's well-run ends up in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers here, wins 5 games.
RJ said during the last commercial break, he goes, look who Aaron Glenn made sure to point out this offseason. Joe Douglas, now he's working with one of the better organizations in football. Aaron Rodgers is now a playoff quarterback. And Robert Saleh, who is looked at as one of the best defensive minds in all of football.
I think he's been mentioned by players in San Francisco as like the biggest addition they made in the offseason was him.
Absolutely. Do you want to try the FanDuel read?
Yeah, I want you to be ready for it.
I'm always ready.
Okay, here we go. FanDuel, we all love them, giving customers a profit boost every college playoff game day. That means more chances to level up your picks and turn big moments into even bigger wins. Ride with the favorite, take a shot on the underdog, or you can build a parlay. Then you apply your profit boost and go for bigger winnings. FanDuel is the best place to get into the football action all playoff long, and when you win, you're going to get paid instantly. So visit FanDuel.com/local to get your college playoff profit boost today. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
That's really well done. I'm very proud of you. It's a good read. It's a good, solid read. All right, let's take a break. Phone lines are all lit up. We'll get to you guys, 800-919-3776, and we'll do it next right here on ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season. Get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead.
Really?
That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
No, I want to dance when I want to dance.
Oh, so now you're a selfish dancer.
No, I'm not a selfish dancer.
Yeah, you are.
I don't feel like dancing. You play a bunch of negative clips about the Jets. You depress me, and then you want me to dance.
I played one negative clip, and I did it because
but
I think it's good content.
That was the piece de resistance of clips.
I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You couldn't wait. You itched like that. You're
like, RJ, did I want to play that, or was I sitting here saying, like, oh, God, I can't believe we have to play this clip?
Stop it. Got to listen
RJ.
to a baby. I stubbed my toe. You little baby. You shut
your mouth.
You shut your mouth.
Hats here.
I'll slap you right in that
face. Anybody need a hat? I got a fresh hat.
I'm not giving you a new hat.
Good. I got a nice new hat.
I got a fancy new colorway. I'm not even giving it to you.
Good.
And you'd love it.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, you'd love it.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
I would never wear it.
It's two of your It's the colors of your two of your favorite teams.
I don't have favorite teams.
Yeah, you do.
I don't like any of my teams.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
How's your goalie? Good?
Oh.
What?
Jerk.
Oh.
How's your goalie?
That's
good?
tough.
Don't play that game.
That was mean.
That was
that was out of pocket.
I got pushed.
That was out of pocket.
I got pushed.
That was not mean.
I got pushed.
That crossed the line.
That crossed the line.
I got pushed.
What did Igor ever do to you?
I got pushed. I love Igor.
Who pushed you?
I was just telling Milo the other day how much I love Igor.
Look at what your sports teams have done to you.
Yeah.
To your relationship with each other.
Paterka pushed him. Head guy.
But they were feisty in your net all game last night.
Yeah, quick win after Butte a couple times.
Oh, it's nice. Someone did. I mean, it's the guy runs into him, and he's got to be the one that does it. Where's his teammates, man? Come on.
I am taken aback by you.
Oh, you
right
shut up, would you please?
No.
Oh, my toes gangrene.
I don't know that I want to continue the show.
You know what? Don't then.
How's your goalie?
Yeah, get the ass man in here.
Can't you get a
full-time
job somewhere?
What'd you say?
Can't you get a full-time job somewhere else?
He's got like 3 of them.
They're not full-time.
I'll leave.
Like little part-time jobs.
Just tell me when you want me to go.
No one's
now?
you.
All right.
Yeah, go.
Do the rest of the show by yourself.
I would love that.
No, you wouldn't.
I would love nothing more.
Okay.
I would dominate this show.
It's my last segment.
Promise?
Yeah, I'll take a break.
RJ, if one of us had to up and leave for the rest of the show, who would you choose to go?
Neither.
No, but if one of us had to.
No. I'm not answering this. I'm not lending credence to this.
I think the obvious answer is Dave, because there's no way I would do the show by myself anyway. There would just be no show.
That's a logistical standpoint.
Yeah, that would just be done. It'd be you two. You guys would be hosting the show
They'd be
by
great.
yourselves.
I have no doubt they would be phenomenal.
Where are you going now?
What do you mean?
Now you're going to leave too.
No, I'm going to be here with you guys. He's going. He's got a job interview in a few minutes.
Yeah, the old 7:30 a.m. job interview.
Hey, listen.
That's a good one.
Hey, job sleep for no one, okay?
I don't like your attitude.
I don't like the way you're acting right now. How's your goalie?
You pushed
he
me
might
to
have
that.
suffered a serious injury. How could you say, if I said something like that, you would punch me?
I wouldn't punch it. I don't believe in physical violence. I'd probably verbally attack you, but I wouldn't punch you.
I mean, you'd be horrified. I can't even believe I work with such an animal.
You should have done that to me.
What did I do?
But dance. I can't dance. I'm dancing right now.
Fine. Never dance.
You play that nasty Todd McShay things and want to dance. That wasn't nice what I did. I apologize.
I don't know that
I don't think you put that toothpaste back in the tube.
I know. I do feel bad. I do feel bad. I feel like I was pushed to that, though.
Let's just go to a call because I think this might be broken. Let's go to Danny, Long Island. He's always uplifting. Hi, Danny. How are you?
I think next segment we start with Leanne Womack. Remember to Dance. So that song was a great song.
I love that.
Rick,
I danced. I danced at my wedding with my mother-in-law to that song.
That was my son's kindergarten graduation song. It still makes me cry when I think about it.
It's a nice song.
Rick, not only was that a horrible comment, but as a goaltender. I mean, you're a goalie of all people. I mean, you think, oh, my God, I must drop the phone and said that. But anyway, let's move on. I was having a conversation with the guys in the afternoon yesterday, exactly what you guys were saying. After I got done throwing down 2 shots of Honey Jack, when the field goal went wide right, and I got dropped to my knees, and my phone was ringing from all over the country because people actually thought I was dead of a heart attack or a nervous breakdown or something. And I thought, how many great moments have the Steelers provided me, both bad and low? Because when you're good and you're good every year, you have horrifying losses. There are 13 teams in the NFL that are about to lose playoff games that the fans will be talking about it forever. But they got there. They provided the moment. The last time the Jets, and I feel bad for the Ira of Staten Island, the last time they had anything was can't wait, which we turned out Bart should have waited because he didn't show up the first half of the game. But that's a generation. If you're 40 years old, you haven't had anything since you were a teenager. And the fear now, if you're like a 40-year-old Jet fan or Rick's age, are you going to be like Ira before they straighten this out? Because I have a friend, Vinny Mavaro, who was 7 years old, remembers Joe Namath. He was 7 when they won the Super Bowl. He's 70 years old. It is mind-boggling. And that's not the only team in New York that has this type of winning record. I mean, yes, the Mets and the Knicks have had some success along the way, but the amount of losing we have in this town with 2 teams in each sport is really biblical in nature.
It's pretty remarkable. And thanks for the call, Denny. Look at the Knicks. And I know that the Knicks are a different organization now, and they're competent and they're relevant, and you look at them as having a real chance to win the whole thing. Rick, they haven't won since '73.
Right, but I think the Knicks are a good example of that, though. Like, I mean, so it can get turned around. But can it get turned around to a championship? Right? Because, I mean, it sounds like, listen, after hearing some of the stuff that James Dolan said yesterday, it sounds like he had a big say. And of course he would. I mean, he's the owner of the team.
And he should.
In moving off of Tibbs. Now, was that the right decision? We'll find out. But again, that's a big decision. When you get to the point they were last season and now you decide to make a coaching change, that's a huge decision. Was it the right decision? Like, I mean, does Mike Brown bring in what you were missing to get you over the hump?
Well, I saw a lot of people now last night saying, you do realize that the Knicks had a better record last year at this time.
They did.
Than
I said
season.
that earlier. I think they were 1 win better, yeah.
Yeah. So, again.
And what you lost. I mean, did you lose some of your defensive identity? Did you lose some of your toughness?
Definitively. Listen, there's positives and negatives. You're not the same defensive team. You won't be the same defensive team. You're a deeper team, and you're a better offensive team.
Right. The good organizations that figure it out, that win championships, that compete consistently, they have the ability to give you the extra that you need. Like, when you get to this level, like, you guys are talented, right? Like, I mean, it's just it's the nature of professional sports. So there will be guys just on their own that figure it out, that can have success, but they get to a certain point and they need that extra to get them over the top. It's like when Lou came in for the Islanders. Like, we had talented players, and they could get to a certain point, but they could never get over the hump. Like, I remember the celebration we had when we finally won a first-round playoff series. Like, so you had enough you had enough talent to get you to that point, but then you needed someone to step in that knows what it looks like to build a championship level team that brings that brings all the extra stuff to the table to take that talent to the next level. And Lou takes over, and like, seriously, like, we're a win away from winning the Stanley Cup.
That's
you
right.
beat Tampa in Game 7, you're winning the Stanley Cup.
I agree with that. You would have beat Montreal. What was a weird season, but you would have won the whole thing. Well, I mean, look at the common denominators, right? The Jets were good in the late 90s. Who was the head coach? And Bill Parcells was the head coach. Then you got close again with Rex Ryan. So, I mean, you had good NFL head coaches. And you could argue that you really haven't had a lot of that over the last 50 years.
No, but like the same thing you said about the quarterback, right? Like, I mean, broken clock's right twice a day. Like, you're going to like, at some point you just got to stumble into it. Like, you think the same thing would be like, that's the same thing you could say about a coach. Like, at some point you're going to just get a good head coach. But that hasn't happened either.
No, it hasn't. But would you be shocked? Would you be shocked if Robert Saleh got a head coaching job and he turned around his next program and was a winning coach?
No, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be shocked.
No,
I wouldn't be shocked at all. I'm not convinced that he's going to be a great head coach yet.
Well, let's see.
He might fall into that like just great coordinator bucket, but
he might. But I don't think he's looked at. And people say, well, he'll never be a good head coach, because when you fail with the Jets, I think it's more accepting of people around NFL circles, because everyone fails with the Jets.
You know what's funny? I actually heard something the other day I thought was interesting. So we had Aaron Rodgers here, right? And we had Aaron Rodgers talking about, guys, receivers not running on the red line. It felt like he was like airing guys out. And I heard someone say it might have been yesterday or the day before, is because he did the same thing in Pittsburgh. Right? I mean, I don't know if it was as blatant as what you saw with the Jets, but he said the same, like, guys need to be in there watching video, like calling his teammates out. And one of the points one of the guys made, it might have been Ryan Clark or one of them, was the reason why that works is because Mike Tomlin. Like, Aaron Rodgers can act like that because of Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, because you have stability and leadership at the top.
Right, and here we didn't. Right, I mean, he does that stuff here. And haven't, right, and now it doesn't look like it's getting any better. It got worse, feels like.
It kind of does, which is really pretty remarkable. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to more of your calls. We have CMT. We have Mel Kiper. Very busy Tuesday. A lot going on, and we'll try to put you in a better mood on this Tuesday. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Mary to the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat, score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Why do you go to Princeton Longevity Center?
We go to Princeton Longevity Center because my husband's cardiologist told him having this exam saved his life.
Because somehow 20 turned into 40, and now I need to take my health more seriously. The Princeton Longevity Center designed a program to keep me healthy and active, so 50 and 60 will be no sweat.
Because even though my cholesterol is high, it turned out my arteries are clear. That's a big relief.
Whether you want to make the most of your future years or just want peace of mind, you need the Princeton Longevity Center. Their comprehensive preventive exam combines the latest technology with caring experts to create your personal plan for staying well.
Because I shouldn't have to wait an hour for a 10-minute physical. I go to Princeton Longevity Center because I get everything done in one day and take my results home with me.
Find out why you need Princeton Longevity. Call 888-8000-PLC or go to PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Call 888-8000-PLC. That's 888-8000-PLC.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang! Sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice-proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
No, I won't even say anything. I know this song. I'm familiar with this song. It makes me want to do nothing.
You can dance if you want. That's all I want to do, which is when I want to dance. I don't want
When
to.
you're ready to dance, you let me know. Otherwise, just be mean to great New York athletes.
I didn't mean to do that.
You did.
I feel bad about it. I feel terrible about it.
Then buy me a car.
I'm not going to buy you a car.
Why not?
I'd buy Igor something nice.
Buy Igor a fur coat.
Oh.
A nice minx.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
I
see you back in the day as someone who wore fur.
I do have a, not a full fur jacket, but I do have a.
You do, right?
Yeah. That's a jacket I told you about. Where I didn't even ask how much it was.
Oh, you didn't ask the price? It was like thousands and thousands of
yes.
dollars?
Yeah. Very expensive.
And then you didn't feel like you could not take it, right?
It was already rung up.
Yeah, but so when they rung it up, were you like, listen, I don't want this anymore?
I already paid for it.
Well, you paid for it before you knew how much it even was?
I just gave, I gave him the credit card, like, hey, just let's bag this thing up.
That's
and
how
I looked at the receipt.
That's a different level of wealth.
That's how the rich people shop, Dave. They go into stores and there's not price tags, and you just pick out stuff you want. You bring it to the counter, and then they tell you an amount of money, and you just sign your name, and that's it.
There's no way. Rick, when you go shopping, like a pair of jeans, you don't look at the tag to see how much it is? I don't believe that's true.
They don't have tags. The truly wealthy, there's no tags.
Really?
Yeah.
So like you walk into a car dealership, you're like, just give me one of those and one of those.
Well,
and then they're like, okay, by the way, that's $87,000.
Car dealership's a little
Car
different.
dealership's a little bit different.
Why?
Well, I mean, I think you have a pretty good idea what the car costs when you go in there, but I'm just like, I'm not going to just, I'm still going to try to get the best deal. I can't haggle with personal how much the coat costs.
Well, you could say I no longer would like the coat.
Yeah, listen, in a perfect world, that would have been what I did because I didn't really need the coat. I went in for jeans and ended up with a super expensive coat. But
was there like a beautiful woman that did this?
No, Cass was with me.
Oh.
I tried it on. I was like, wow, that would look great. Like with my suits, that would look great. So I tried it on. It fit perfectly. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it. Assuming that I knew how much, like around how much the jacket would cost. And then
it was way more than you anticipated.
Way more than I anticipated.
There's also the element, not that I know this, but.
Yeah, well, who are you? How do you know how
I'm
rich
just,
and famous
listen,
are?
I've hung out with enough. I'm not rich. I just hang out sometimes with the rich. But when you get to the cash register, it's not like you're at Old Navy where like, I'm going to take this, leave this. Oh, how much is this? Can I price check it? Leave that, set it aside. You're already up there, baby. There's other rich people.
There's no turning back?
But they're judging you. If you're how much is
so
that?
What?
Oh, set it aside. You can't do that.
What? So if you say that like this coat will be $11,000,
you get an $11,000
and you say, you know what? On second thought, it's more than I anticipated. I'm not going to take this. That they judge? Who judges you?
The rich do.
And why do you care if they judge you?
Just how it goes.
It's the thing. It's very important. The rich are different from you and
There's
me.
the old saying, if you have to ask how much it costs, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Listen, Dave, you're probably not far from shopping at these places. You'll find out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, who are you kidding? I mean, you just showed up with a brand new Mercedes the other day.
Yeah, it's a great deal. I got a great deal.
Yeah,
but I haggle for my stuff.
Yeah, but who does that? You do it.
You didn't haggle for that Under Armour sweatshirt you're wearing right now. You just paid whatever it costs.
No, but Sherry bought it. Yeah, but she knew how much it was going to be when she bought it for me. She didn't get to the checkout and she was like, "Hey, let's play. How much could this possibly be?"
But, okay, listen. I didn't know. I assumed, and that's my fault, that I had an idea of what the jacket would cost.
Now, were you married to Cassie at this time?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, and she was okay with, hey, sure, just spend
she didn't look
thousands
at
on this
no,
coat?
because she didn't look at the price either. She just said, that coat looks great.
So when you walked out of there, was she like, we just did what?
I think we both, when I looked after I signed it, I was like, what did I just buy? And then I looked at the coat, and I was like, holy moly. This wasn't a great idea.
Jordan Reed, you know who he is, right? He's really good NFL draft expert. And of course, we have Mel in about 30 minutes from right now. He has his first mock draft is out.
Okay.
Top 5 picks. Mendoza, Dante Moore.
Yeah.
Giants wind up with Carnell Tate from Ohio State at 5.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate it from the Giants. I just would prefer to have had 2.
Well, he had one play in that. He had one play in the game I didn't love from him though, where they get the alligator arms.
Tate.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yep.
I didn't love that.
It was like a third down, and he did not want any part of getting hammered.
No, he did not.
Yeah, I do remember that. But
how about Jeremiah Smith has to go? Jeremiah Smith has to stay in college for another year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that guy. Talk about just like NFL ready-made. That guy.
I really believe that if he were in the NFL tomorrow, he would be a top 3 wide receiver.
Dude, he is. I mean, just the size of him. He's just like a grown man.
He's amazing.
He's
awesome.
awesome.
Unstoppable too.
Yeah,
that's not really like a pass-centric offense either.
I would just want to throw him the ball all the time.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. St. John's, they need to win this game. Takes on Butler, 7 o'clock. A game you can hear right here on ESPN New York. And at 7:30, Islanders host the Devils at UBS Arena. I'll root for no injuries in that game because I'm not
stop.
animal.
I made a mistake. Would you stop that? Can I ask you a serious question after you're done with this read, please?
Yes, that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Go ahead.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Reed's mock draft. Dante Moore going 2.
Yeah.
If you're Dante Moore, do you consider going back to Oregon if you know the Jets going to take you at 2?
I think you would consider it, sure.
What would you do?
I mean, athletes are different. I mean, you know this, right? They always believe that what they can do is better than other guys, and they're going to lead that new team to the promised land. You don't know what next year's going to bring. You don't know injury-wise what next year's going to bring. You don't know that there are not 3 or 4 quarterbacks that have better years than you next season.
I know, but even if those quarterbacks have better years than you, and you don't go with the 2nd overall pick, you go with the 12th pick or the 15th pick. In the grand scheme of things, the money you lose going from 2 to 15, is it worth it to be with a better team?
Maybe. I would come out.
Like you think that Lamar Jackson...
how many chances do you get to be the 2nd player taken in the draft?
I went through this, but there's a little piece of me believe that if I went to a better run organization, that my career would have been different. Yes, I won't lie about that.
So at the time you were coming out, did you know, like, oh boy, Islanders that is not the organization you want to be with?
No, I didn't know that, but I also didn't think I was going to go first. I thought I was going to go 3rd. I thought I was going to Minnesota.
So you had no idea?
No, not till the very end.
Had you known the Islanders will take you top overall selection, you come out or you don't come out?
I'd probably still come out just because I didn't know. Like, I didn't have a real understanding of what was going on.
Now,
like, I didn't know what I was getting into.
To defend you also, you weren't making $9 million. I
was making no money. No, you couldn't take any money.
Right, exactly. Right. So you heard the clip. Like Phil Knight will make sure that Dante Moore probably makes equal of what he would make in the NFL if he stays at Oregon for next season. So that's
right.
That's a different animal to this as well.
Listen, I gave you the numbers that I saw. I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean the low end of that was $7 million, and then whatever Phil Knight wants to do on the side, maybe it gets to a 10 or whatever it ends up being.
So money, it is. You do want to start the clock in the NFL though,
yeah,
right? Because then you get paid quicker.
You get paid quicker, yeah, but I mean, you're going to get paid. If Dante Moore is going to be what Dante Moore thinks he's going to be, he's going to make all his money in his 2nd contract.
So what would you do?
I would go back.
You'd go back to school?
Yeah. I would go back.
I hope to God he comes out.
Isn't this like a year early for Oregon anyway? Wasn't next year supposed to be the year that they're going to be the team that could win the national championship?
I've heard that.
Yeah, right?
Then next year is going to be that team?
Next year always coming into this year, next year was always the year for Oregon. This was, let's lay the foundation, let's hope to make the playoffs, and maybe win a game, and you're there.
Did I hear this, RJ? Because I know you're dialed in with the college football, that the backup quarterback was like a 5-star transferred out of Oregon, maybe leading people to believe that Dante Moore's going to go back to Oregon?
They did lose a quarterback. Well, I mean, they're losing their offensive coordinator to Kentucky.
Right.
There's a lot going on there. And there is some thought he's going back, but I mean,
I saw Ty Simpson's name potentially attached to Oregon. Is that possible?
I did see that as a possibility. I don't know that that's.
Well, Ty Simpson very well may lose his job.
That other kid looked better.
Yeah, that kid didn't look bad at all.
No, I thought he looked better. Now, granted, it was.
Yeah, Austin Nova said that's the name. The Oregon kid.
The Oregon kid that left.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a tough decision, though, man. I mean, it really is, because you're right. There are so many unknowns, and not even the hey, I might not go 2nd. There could be another quarterback. It's just it's the injury part of it.
Sure.
It's like, God forbid, what happens if I blow my knee out or I do something like that, Achilles, anything, and now.
I guess they have massive insurance, though, right?
Yeah, but that's still.
Yeah, then you never get to play in the NFL.
It's not really about the money. at that point. It's about just the missed opportunity.
I hope he comes out. I hope he comes out so the Jets get their quarterback. I hope he comes out because that's better talking points for our show. But do I think he's going to come out? I would say it's a flip of the coin. We're going to find out soon. I think it's a week from tomorrow.
It depends on. I mean, it also depends. We'll see what happens against Indiana.
Right. But could you imagine if he goes out there and he's awesome against Indiana, and then he decides to not come out?
Well, here's the thing, though. There's a chance that he goes 1. I mean, if he plays great against Mendoza, and he's getting word that there's a chance that the Raiders take him at 1, then he's probably coming out.
Can you take their word that you're going to go 1, or do you need we are taking you 1?
I don't know if they're going to be able to tell you that.
I mean, you might read the tea leaves, though, no?
Yeah, you could. I mean, you absolutely could.
But you're not going to have to wait long. I think 1 week from tomorrow, they need to make their decision whether they're coming into the draft or not. So we'll find out by next week. Let's take a call, and then let's get to RJ CMT. Let's go to Artie. Artie in Brooklyn.
I can't wait for this one.
Has a way for the Jets to win the Super Bowl.
Happy New Year, and I got the plan.
All right.
You know, Eli was taking number 1, but he went to number 5.
4.
How about number 1? They announced Mendoza, and Jets step up and go, we got to trade. And then we trade our 2 and 15, get Mendoza, and the Raiders, who wanted more all along, got more. What do you think of that? Then we stink it up, right?
That's what you want.
Glenn,
you want to draft. You want to get Mendoza and stink.
You get the number 1 pick, and we take Smith, and now we have a connection of Mendoza, Smith, and a coach that has experience, won the Super Bowl, and we are in where we want to be.
Well, who's the coach?
Well, what coach won the Super Bowl?
Artie, where's the coach come in? I mean, we're missing that part of your plan. Where's the coach?
When we stink it up, and then we have 5 picks, and Mendoza sitting there, everybody's going to want to be a Jet coach. All right, guys, thanks for taking the call. Man.
All right, you know what? I think he's got to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's that.
It's a great plan. It's a great plan. Let the Raiders take Mendoza, and then you trade 2 and you trade an extra first-round pick to get him. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it adds up. And then you have you're the worst team in the NFL with your rookie quarterback.
Right.
Is that what you want?
Well, but then every coach would want the job.
Right. Well, because then you're going to get Jeremiah Smith and then some.
And then you'd have him with Garrett Wilson and Mendoza.
But my question would be, if he's that great of a quarterback, then you're going to wind up with the number 1 pick?
No. Probably not.
Probably not. And the Giants almost did.
How many Jets fans you think would rather Dante Moore go back, Jets don't draft a quarterback, have another bad season, and then have a new coach with the 3 first-round picks in 2027 to make the decision?
75%.
Yeah.
75%. I think.
Do you know how crucial, that's going back to the whole, the reason why we'll never win is because after what you just saw, knowing the importance of having the 2nd overall pick here where you're trying to find your quarterback, this would be the time that you're like, you know what? As much as we hate to do this and eat the 4 years, we need to make a change. We need an offensive guy in here that can draft and develop the quarterback as opposed to what we'll do, which is probably draft Dante Moore with the 2nd overall pick.
Right, and possibly screw the whole thing up.
Yeah, or just come to the realization midway through the season that Aaron Glenn's just not a good head coach and then hire a new coach after the season.
That's right. But if the kid shows signs of promise, maybe it's a more attractive job?
I mean, yeah, but the job would be... I mean, listen, I don't know how attractive the job is, period, just because of Woody Johnson, but having the 2nd overall pick now is pretty attractive. Having 2 first-round picks is pretty attractive. Next year, having 3 first-round picks is pretty attractive. Breaking news, you see this Ole Miss news?
What, they're not going to allow their guys to
No,
coach?
They are.
They are?
They are coaching in the semifinals.
Jazz hands! That's good. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, come on. I mean, that'd be ridiculous.
To not let them coach?
Right, plus Lane Kiffin's
would you put that past them?
Well, Lane Kiffin's also making money from LSU for every Ole Miss win.
What does he make, $500,000?
$500,000.
That's that. Boy, I need his agent, man. That is something, huh?
That's a nice deal.
I did hear from, and you did as well, from the Ass Man.
Yeah.
He said, I worked every shift on the station with those producers during the holidays, so wanted to spread some holiday cheer. I see you're both feeling a little left out. Happy to get you both some Ass Maniac hats if you send me your addresses. No, I don't want an Ass Maniac hat. I want a Giants quarter zip. I mean, Ray's favorite team is who?
I'm a nice man.
Ray's favorite team is the Cowboys.
Okay, and what did he get?
Cowboys.
RJ's favorite team is who?
The Niners.
Or the Yankees, right?
Yankees, yeah.
Right, and he got a Yankees quarter zip.
I think, who does RJ like better, the Yankees or the Niners? I feel like he likes the Niners the most.
I think that's, RJ, who's your favorite team?
The Niners.
Yeah, I was.
So he doesn't even, so he got you a present, but really doesn't even know you at all.
No, I don't think that's true. I appreciate it because I don't have anything Yankee-wise long sleeves. Like, he really checked a box for me. That's nice.
Or maybe that's a short sleeve that you can wear as a long sleeve.
Go make some hats.
Special day for you today, let me tell you.
You know what? I'm not in a good place.
Why do you dance?
I don't feel like dancing.
Just dance.
I'm a Jets fan. What Jets fan feels like dancing right now?
None.
You're over here dancing on graves. So
John, John's half dead inside. John doesn't think we're ever going to get a good coach.
I think he's all the way. He's all the way dead.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the reason for all his Disney trips.
She's trying to add some joy to his life?
That's his joy.
Yeah, that makes sense. RJ?
Hi.
You ready to do some CMT?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
To cuddle.
I'm servicing 3 times as many people as he's able to get to.
To marry.
Not everyone can afford to take off work and pay whatever it costs to get a foursome.
Or to trash.
Let the wild rumpus begin.
That.
Want a meat stick?
Is the question.
You know what I really respect about what John's doing, by the way? Is that, so yesterday you declared, and this is real, it's not just for the air, that you're dropping out of our playoff fantasy football league.
Yeah, and I can't get off the text chain for some
That's
reason.
the thing. So Anthony's been added from DHR. Anthony was added to the group text. Dave was not subtracted. So it's just being flaunted right in front of you, and you're going to be mocked.
Yeah, but you know what I'm going to do right now? You guys go ahead.
I'm going to add you back in. Don't leave.
No, you can't.
Don't leave.
I'm out.
For now.
Leave this conversation.
Put him right back in, RJ.
I'll put him right back in.
I'm out. Done. Great. Thanks so much. Enjoy your little fantasy playoff league.
You're going to miss it.
No, I'm not.
You're going to miss it.
I'm done with football. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. What's after football?
Nothing.
Well, I'm gonna start to really take in a lot of shows.
As opposed to what that's what you do now.
You should have seen yesterday. I finished The Beast in Me. Started Saturday. Yesterday, done. Started It's All Her Fault. Yesterday, 2 episodes in. I'm not the sports guy that I once was. I'm gonna really take a back seat to that guy.
Great. That's good for business.
Yeah. Maybe we'll start to do hour-long show recaps. I don't know.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's tough given the support system you have. Like the Mets, quiet. Knicks, first 4-game losing streak in 2 years. Georgetown, not great.
The stink. The coach is throwing water bottles at children.
That happened.
Yeah.
That's
it's
right
not great.
Dave Rothenberg playbook.
Yeah.
Rangers, not very good. Igor gets hurt. Like there's nowhere to go.
I have no outlet. There's nothing except for shows. So I'm going to bury myself.
Feels like Ray Lewis lockout. There's nothing else to do, Sal.
Alrighty. So we touched on this earlier, but I want to put them in order. So looking back, who do Jets fans, maybe if you were Aaron Glenn, we'll call them, but we'll do Jets fans, perhaps owe the biggest apology to from their time with the Jets after we spent all last summer.
All right, so we know where he's going here. He's going Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
He's going Bob
Saleh.
And he's going Joe Douglas.
Joe D. Well, I don't know if we've outright said it. I believe is the senior pro personnel director of the Philadelphia Eagles now.
I am going to go in that order. Rodgers, Saleh, Douglas.
So most apologetic to
The
Rodgers.
most apology. I mean, Rodgers just dominated in the fourth quarter against John Harbaugh and the Ravens, who give them fits all the time. They won 10 games. He won more games this year than he did as a Jets quarterback his entire tenure, as the Jets team did his entire tenure. So, no, I would say Rodgers, Saleh, Douglas.
Oh, that's a good question, RJ. You're going to get a disagreement now.
Okay,
it's maybe the first time in 3 weeks.
Yeah, the streak ends at 12.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
You going to marry Bob?
No, I'm not going to marry Bob.
Ooh.
He's going to marry Aaron. He's going to cuddle Joe. He's going to trash Bob.
I am going to.
It's got to be one of those.
I'm going to marry Aaron, cuddle Douglas, trash Bob. Okay. Until I see Bob as a head coach again, then that could change my.
That's fair.
Could change my answer.
I don't think that's crazy.
He's going to be a head coach
because we knew he was a great defensive coordinator.
Well,
is he a good head coach?
He was runner-up, right, for Jacksonville last year behind Liam Cohen. Like, had they not got Liam Cohen, because Liam Cohen turned him down originally because Trent Baalke was still there, and he said, if you keep him, I'm not coming. So he was out, and then Saleh, I think, for a brief moment, kind of ascended to the top option, and then they went back to Cohen and said, "What are you laughing at?"
John's text. Glad we signed to that new deal before you declared you're not a sports fan anymore.
Oh, boy.
I'm out. But I feel like my sports conversation is fine. I just don't have the same passion anymore.
This is not good. Why are you admitting
Why are you admitting this?
What do you mean?
It's like a player going out there.
You're doing a sports show.
It's like Juan Soto.
I still watch. I still know what's happening.
Yeah,
it's
but
not going to impact my life the same way anymore.
You signed for similar money in our industry to what Juan Soto signed for. And then it'd be like him going out there in May and be like,
hang on, I got to go. My private jet is here for me.
It would be like, you have security. I see you after you get out of the Mercedes. It'd be like Juan Soto in May saying, like, you know what? I think I've lost a little something for baseball.
I have security. I don't have a parking spot, RJ.
I don't think I love baseball anymore.
This is not great from you.
I mean, it's who you are. Your identity is loving sports.
No, it used to be.
It is.
Stop it, please.
I used to be that guy.
There's only so many episodes of Jeopardy you can run through.
Yeah. This show's going to wear out.
I love these shows.
They don't love you back, though.
I got Succession coming up. Severance I got to watch. Dexter. I got a whole list.
They don't love you back.
You're listening to DiPietro Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York.
That was nice.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so
what does Mel Kiper Jr. do? We have him in 10 minutes. What's his role at ESPN?
What's he do?
Yeah,
great.
I'll give you the rest of this week, and then by next.
Do you think
week,
by next Monday I'm back?
I think you're back before the week's out.
I think you're back in a different way. Like you like Draft Dave will be back. You'll read a couple mock drafts. You'll get excited about a player. You'll pick the guy you want.
He's giving you a longer runway. I don't think you can leave.
You think by Thursday I'm back?
I think you're
college
all
football
talk.
playoff.
Yeah. You watch Miami and Ole Miss. You're good to go.
By the way, good for. I mean, he's done some shady stuff. Good for Lane Kiffin for letting his guys coach.
Well, you know what it is. It would have been so bad if he didn't.
Yeah. So when has Lane Kiffin cared about looking bad though? When has he ever cared?
He just wants to cash another check too.
But doesn't he have to get a nudge from college football too? How bad is that for college football though?
It would be terrible. Because college football doesn't want Ole Miss to get blown out against Miami.
Yeah, college football's timeline is all screwed up. They need to fix that.
You're not kidding.
Ole Miss.
That's why everyone wants Saban running this thing.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, as you mentioned, Mel Kiper Jr. now in 8 minutes. So, last year, being 2024, draft, because we've only had one since then, the top 3 picks were Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May. If we were to redraft, who would go first, second, and third by our cuddle, marry, trash metric?
So you're marrying the number 1 pick, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Who would go first?
Caleb,
that's a good question.
Drake May, Jaden Daniels.
I think you'd probably marry Drake May, cuddle Jaden, and then trash Caleb.
Injury history included.
Injury history included, but you also, I mean, you saw Jaden get to a NFC championship
purely
game.
on who the quarterback is, right? Having nothing to do with the team, the organization, the coach,
just
any of
the quarterback.
Correct.
I'm going to agree with the marry. And the cuddle on the trash. I agree, Chris.
Yes.
Couldn't do it. You couldn't take him out of the trash.
I can't.
You wanted to.
Until I see Caleb Williams produce in a playoff game or in a really important moment, I don't believe in him.
You kind of like took the lid off and like peered into the garbage.
I looked in. I was like, no, it still stinks.
I respect how dug in you are that he's just really bad at football.
I feel like there's a chance Dave has looked into the garbage and picked a piece of food and ate it.
No, like Costanza never.
Thought about
it? I shouldn't have thrown that away.
No, I'm not very pro eating garbage. No.
Oh, it's not really garbage. It'd be like you threw
once
away.
it goes in the receptacle, it's now garbage.
Oops, I shouldn't have thrown that slice of pizza away. I still want that.
No, never.
Why
would I throw a slice of pizza away?
What about
you didn't want to eat it?
What about falls on the floor? Like 3-4 seconds, you in?
Possibly. You know what I have done, though? I've thrown away like a piece of silverware in the garbage. You ever do that?
You have to retrieve it.
And then you're like, oh, now I got to go into the garbage to get that. I don't even like that.
I played with a guy that we're in the city, night out, had a slice of pizza, dropped the pizza cheese first on the escalator.
No.
And picked it up and ate it.
No, I thought the question was like if it was in my home, RJ. I'm not
that's
doing
what I
that.
meant.
Yeah. No. Oh God, no. Escalator where people's shoes are just nonstop.
Yep. Looked at it, picked it up, ate it.
You have gross friends.
It's disgusting.
Anything city related, escalator, floor, subway, street.
Why not just take rat excrement and eat it?
Seriously.
That's what he did.
Just crawl on the floor and just lick the floor of the subway.
Lick the floor.
Lick the floor in the subway. Just do that.
Slice.
Alrighty, so we've talked about a lot of teams that did not live up to expectations in the 2025 NFL season. I'm going to give you 3, and you, Mary, which one had the most disappointing season? Would that be the Ravens? We talked about got knocked out by the Steelers. Would it be the perhaps once sexy Lions? Or would it be the Tampa Bay Bucks who just fell right on their face to miss the playoffs?
All right.
I feel like this is an easy answer.
I do as well, but I'm wondering if we're going to have the same decision. I'm going to marry Baltimore. Baltimore is everyone's darling to win the Super Bowl. They didn't make the playoffs, and they had a chance in Week 18, and they collapsed. So I'll marry Baltimore. I'll cuddle Detroit, and I'll trash Tampa.
Agreed. Across the board.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to this yesterday. And really quickly, I want to throw this out there for you guys. Lamar Jackson was asked after the loss, will he be the Ravens quarterback next year?
We just lost a game, a divisional game, a game to put us in the playoffs. I'm not even thinking about that right now, to be honest with you. I'm still caught up in what just happened, That's not my focus right now.
And Lamar was asked, do you want John Harbaugh back as your coach if you are here?
That's you asked me about next year, Jameson. I'm so caught up in what just happened tonight. I can't focus on that right now. I just told you. Like he asked me, "Are you stunned?" I'm stunned right now. I'm still trying to process what's going on. I know we lost, but
those don't seem like hard questions.
He's so wrapped up in the moment. I heard Schrager yesterday talking about him potentially moving on. He's like, "There's no chance they're going to move on from him."
Well, they are going through a contract negotiation. It sounds like it's not going well.
Maybe not, but
last one didn't go great either.
Great quarterback.
Yeah, but
and they're a functional organization too.
They are
a disgusting organization. You might say differently, but he's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, but you could have a fight with your significant other, and somebody asks you, even in the heat of the argument, like, do you think you'll be married tomorrow? No, you're asking me about tomorrow. I don't know. It's like I don't know.
Well, I don't see it the same way that you do. I just see it like he's so wrapped up in this specific.
He doesn't want to
moment
be up there to begin with. Like that's the other thing. He doesn't want to be up there answering questions anyway.
Yeah.
Right? That's just he would rather be in the locker room licking his wounds after a devastating loss than being up there answering questions.
I feel like it seems like an easy point to be like, you know what, I'm the Ravens quarterback.
So I saw a clip yesterday, Baltimore radio.
Yeah, but why would he say that though, RJ, if he's negotiating a deal? Leverage-wise, it'd be like, no, if they want to pay. If he's of sound mind after not a loss.
Well, he's not
He's certainly not of sound mind, and I don't blame him for not being of sound mind.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to play that. You're also going to play that game too.
That's true. It's a good point, but he's not an unrestricted free agent.
No, but he's got no
guaranteed
money left on his deal.
Until there's real smoke there, I just don't believe that there's anything there.
Okay. Not to mention the fact that last time there was talks to people like they were going to go get your offer, and if someone's willing to trade for you, they can trade for you.
Well,
that didn't even come close to happening. But by the way, Harbaugh, that's a much more interesting conversation, whether he's back than Lamar Jackson being back.
And Lamar has a cap of $74 million next year. So
Baltimore radio yesterday, they were talking about not will Loop be back with Baltimore, that he'll never kick in the NFL again.
That was his first miss.
Come on.
Never kick in the NFL again.
They were spoiled for a long time. That was like paying your taxes. You had so many benefiting kicks go your way, and this is
Justin Tucker was Brandon Aubrey before Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah, he was Justin Tucker before he went cold.
Yeah,
was the most accurate kicker in the league, league history. So
relaxed.
Finally.
What?
Well, you know what?
Finally, since we
you
last
really are something, man.
Since we last conducted one of these, the three of us, me, Dave, and Rick, all had something really get away from us. For Dave, it was the number one pick. For myself, thought it was a team of destiny. Got pummeled in the fantasy championship. And for Rick, thought he was a team of destiny.
Ugh.
Got pummeled in the guillotine finale. So we're a show of silver medalists.
We're a show of losers.
That's right. So who had a worse 10 days?
No, I'm not a silver medalist. I'm not even.
Well, you're fifth.
I'm not even on the stand,
Yeah.
RJ. I picked fifth.
Yeah, you stink.
This is a ridiculous question.
But at least
the only question is who's bronze, who's silver. You marry my situation every day.
No.
Oh, come on.
At least you have the quarterback and you have Joe Shane.
RJ and I were fighting for championships.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You were just fighting for the right to trade out.
Stop it.
We had
You weren't gonna make the
tangible
pick.
hardware
Yeah.
within our grasp.
I'll go first. I'm going to marry
could you
you.
do?
I'll cuddle me. I'm trashing Dave.
No, that's asinine. The only
That's the
marry
only
would be
answer.
me.
No.
And then you don't care about fantasy much anyway. RJ does. I'll cuddle RJ. I'll trash you.
I was poised to win the first ever guillotine league.
Show's in a great place
But
right
you
now.
didn't.
I know I didn't.
And that's unfortunate. But listen, I mean, runner-up, that's a hell of a job by you.
I don't. It doesn't feel like it. They chopped my head off. I still got my head chopped off.
Did you get any reward for this? A financial
nothing.
reward?
Got nothing.
You got at least RJ got paid off for this for coming in second. In
All right,
fantasy.
RJ made money.
Right. You made nothing, huh?
How about this? I want my payoff to be like some beverages next Couchcast.
You're asking for a lot.
A can of soda.
Come on.
That's it. That's all I need.
You know what I'm going to do next time
Diet
we have
Pepsi.
a Couchcast?
That's all I
I'm going to
want.
bring in a couple big 2-liter bottles of soda for you.
Had I known, I would have just brought it myself.
Yes.
Right? Like, I mean, you just told me. I would have stopped.
Right, there's a
right at the
CVS
store.
across the street. You pop in there, a couple of
That's
2-liter
it.
bottles, bring them in. Everyone's happy, right?
Everyone's happy.
Everyone's
thrilled.
happy.
Yeah, just all this food with nothing to drink.
You know what makes me very happy?
Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper Jr. The Mel Kiper Jr. Report brought to you by the Perisman firm. Mel, Happy New Year. How are you?
Hey, nice to be back. That was too long a break.
We missed you terribly, by the way. Terribly.
I did. It's amazing. Every day you wake up, you think this is the day, and it's nothing. 2 weeks go by, and here we are, January 6th. The NFL regular season's over. Playoffs begin. We're down to the Final Four in college football. So a lot has happened since we last spoke.
And so much to get into. Let me start with your local team. You're in Baltimore. What a disaster of a season. What is the mindset? We just heard from Lamar about, is Lamar going to return? Is Harbaugh going to return? What's the overall view of the Ravens, the current moment, and the future of this organization right now?
Well, I mean, the current moment is you're still in disbelief over what you saw. I mean, it's like this is a recurring theme for 3 straight years. A play at the end of a game or right near that determines the fate of the season of that game. And certainly that player was Zay Flowers when he tried to get the touchdown. The ball was knocked out at the goal line. And then Mark Andrews with the drop, and then certainly with the missed kick. But I think people question. The big question in that game was with 12 seconds left and 1 timeout. Rather than taking the loss and then making the longer field goal and to set it up, in a position, just run Henry or throw a pass, try to get an additional 5-7 yards to make it a little easier. And in conditions that weren't favorable for a rookie kicker. Let's face it, that field's a little slick. We saw even Boswell miss a PAT. You saw a cornerback slip. It's cold. I think it was 11:35, 11:40 at night. You've been there all night. It's cold night. Pressure to make that kick when a rookie is immense. Are you kidding me? And it was still a 44, 45-yard field goal. So it could have made it a little easier for Tyler Loop. That's the one thing I think came out of that game. From everybody I spoke to and heard, that was the one thing. Got 12 seconds left in a timeout. Don't just settle for a 44, 45-yard field goal with a rookie kicker. Try to at least help him out and make it a little closer. But the risk is a penalty, and then you're out of field goal range, potentially, and then you're scrambling to try to get back in field goal range. But if you're aggressive and you don't worry about the worst-case scenario, getting an extra 5-6 yards could have been beneficial. But that's the only thing came out of that game. Nothing else. Lamar played second half as well as he has. Let's face it, this pass rush was non-existent most of the year, and certainly in that game. That's the big issue. The 2 problems they got to fix You got to get a pass rush, didn't have it, and they got to get some better offensive guard play because the guard play affected Linderbaum, the center, affected both tackles in a negative way, and that's the problem. So again, they have that. They know what they have to address, and they can be right back in the thick of this thing as where we thought they would be in August when everybody was predicting Super Bowl. It just didn't work out this year.
Mel, you expect Harbaugh to be back?
That's a tricky one because it's 18 years, and I know fans here. And I know you listen to fans. We talk to your fans about the Giants all the time. The fans here want a change. They want a different messenger. They want, a coaching change. Now, Lamar was taking a lot of criticism. I think he's now kind of silenced some of that, or as they should have been playing. You got to play through a back contusion, a back bruise. You got to be able to play through that. Why is he not playing? We heard all that for weeks, right? Leading up to that game, and he played, and he played really well, and got him in the second half. He got the lead. He did what he had to lead early. They got the lead late. All that was the fact that Lamar's the future here. So Lamar's not going anywhere. Harbaugh, I don't know. John's a good football coach, and John's going to be a guy that if there was an amicable parting like there was with Andy Reid in Philadelphia, he's going to have, I'm sure, teams lined up to bring him in. So, but 18 years is a long time. Tomlin's now 19 years. That's a long time for a coach to be, like I say, delivering that similar message week in and week out. So I don't know. I don't know what John. I'm hoping he's back. I like John Harbaugh. A lot of fans would like to see a change. We'll see. That's a Steve Bisciotti, Eric DeCosta, Ozzie Newsome decision that I have nothing to do with. But obviously, John's got a lot of respect in that locker room. Those players love him. We'll see how it goes. Everybody was talking about the relationship with Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson. Everything that was said indicated they didn't seem to have any issues there. So again, if it was up to the fans, you'd have a new head coach and a new quarterback. The new quarterback probably changed after that, but that's what they were even talking about 2 weeks ago when we last spoke. I think that's changed. The Harbaugh thing will be ongoing. I think fans still here would like to see somebody new come in, like I say, a new messenger like it was with Andy Reid.
You guys get Harbaugh, and people want him out. We got Joe Schoen. We can't get rid of him. So with the Giants and Joe Schoen, people are apoplectic. I'm apoplectic. I love the Giants. I can't believe that they're going to go another season with this guy who's, failed numerous times with numerous picks. And, just the record of the franchise has been so bad. All that being said, should I be this upset? Like, when I look at Joe Schoen and what he's done in the future, can he turn this around, or are we at the point in your mind where he's just not a good GM?
Well, you have to say, for some of the decisions that were made didn't pan out. Going the new GM route, owners don't like to do that. You can see that. Chris Greer was let go in Miami. McDaniel stayed so far. He's the head coach. We'll see how that works. I think they're going to meet the end of the week and go over that. But they made a decision to get rid of their GM. Atlanta did both the GM and the head coach, right, with Fontenot and Morris, both gone. Normally the GM survives. And I always say, well, why is the GM surviving when the head coach doesn't? The GM's only as good as what the players are brought in, and the decisions are made by the GM, and the coach has to take the blame and be let go. So I'm with you about that. I've always said, if you're going to make a change with the head coach, and he's been there with the GM the entire way, then let's just start over. So I'm with you on that. I have nothing against what Joe Schoen did. Everybody's going to make mistakes in this and getting another shot. Chris Bauer's getting another chance. Steichen in Indianapolis, and what did the owner say? This is the year. You better do it. He's on last year was contract. Chris Bauer knows as a GM they got to win next year, and same thing for the head coach. Do you go one more year? But you're bringing in a new coach. That's the thing. You're bringing in a new coach with a GM whose decision making will obviously reflect that. Who he likes, who he feels good about. So I'm with you. I think at that particular point, you thought maybe it would be you both knew, but hey, they decided to go with the head coach route and make that change. And I told you, and I know you disagree with me on that. I'd have stuck with the head coach.
Oh God!
If you're going to stick with the GM, I know you guys are going to be screaming and yelling about that. That's what I would have done. My question right now is, who do you guys want to be the new head coach? Who are your top two candidates?
Your guy. Get rid of Harbaugh and let us have him.
Well, if that doesn't happen, let's forget that. If that doesn't happen, and Harbaugh still, who's the top two candidates?
There's a lot of guys thrown out there. Hafley's thrown out there, and Minter's thrown out there, and they're going to talk to Stefanski. Listen, they were losing games they should have won. So for that reason alone, I personally think they had to make that change.
Well, they were losing games. They should have won. They should have been. Really, if you look at this year, they could have very easily. And I talked about, I told everybody over 5.5 back in August. They could have very easily been a 6-7 win team. Very easily been a 6-7 win team, and you could argue another 1 or 2 after that. So yes, but that's the nature of the NFL, guys. How many games come down to the final 5 minutes of a game, final 2 minutes of a game, going into fourth quarter, you don't know. So again, this is the way the NFL is. You got to make plays late in games. You got to finish games out. You got to close things out. Look at Atlanta. Atlanta made a move to get James Pierce Jr., gave up a future first-round pick. Everybody was ripping that move because it was going to be a top 8, top 10 pick. It's not a top 8, top 10 pick now. And Pierce over the last 8, 9 weeks of the season was getting sacked every game. So, multiple sacks this past week. So, and then the GM who made that move is gone. Head coach gone and GM gone. So sometimes you can make a move that pans out, puts the guy in the defensive rookie of the year category. He's probably going to finish second for defensive rookie of the year behind Schlesinger, and the GM who made that move is gone because they didn't win enough games. So every owner is going to approach this differently, guys, and they have relationships with these guys too, the GM head coach, and that plays a part in this as well in terms of how patient you're going to be. What do you see that others don't see? That's the thing. What do they see? They're internal. They know everything. We don't. So that's up to the owner to know the pulse of that organization, the pulse of that team, and figure it out. So again, that's a lot of times we're speaking about things that we really don't have all the information on. That's why I just say, hey, let it play out and see what happens. And sometimes the decisions leave you scratching your head. Sometimes good or bad. Sometimes they let guys go. I wouldn't have. Sometimes they keep guys. I would say, well, I don't get that. So at the end of the day, it's about players. It's about players. I always said that. It's more players than coach. It's players. Players that dictate wins and losses in every level of football and in sports in general. I'm big into players. I know managers and head coaches and all that in different sports make a difference, but in some games. But I'm big into personnel over the coaches.
Have you watched the Jets play, Mel? Mel Kiper Jones is here in the show. Mel, for you. So he mentioned Kevin Stefanski.
Hey, well, by the way, I'll address that. Did you see the personnel? I mean, you can say about Aaron Glenn. Did you look at the personnel?
Well, but Mel, they were 0-7 though. I mean, you got to go back to when they were 0-7. That's why they had to trade Quinton and they traded Sauce.
I get that. Even with that, did you look at the offensive personnel?
They thought that Justin Fields was going to be good in their system.
I'm not thought. Did you see what was around the quarterback? Forget that. You could have had Joe Montana out there in his prime, or Dan Marino in his prime time. You wouldn't have had any different story. The personnel around the quarterback was not going to get it done. So again, that's the issue where you talk about personnel over coach. Yes, there were some decisions made you could scrutinize for Aaron Glenn, first-year head coach, but first-year head coaches are going to make some decisions that don't always pan out. That's the thing. We were talking about that with a lot of people this week, screaming at, hey, decisions are great if they work, and he could make a play call. It's great. Why did you do that? That's like with the Ravens. Had he run a play and there had been a penalty, what's he, an idiot, at a 44-yard field goal? The rookie kicker never missed inside of 51. What are you doing? So, again, we say run another play, but had that other play been a penalty, you guys would say, I've got to fire Harbaugh. What a crazy decision. So that's what things get down to in the NFL, second-guessing and saying you should have done this, you should have done that, based on after-the-fact situation. So, I just look at it and say, hey, the players will dictate, we'll say 90% of the time, I'll go wins and losses with teams.
All right, so I wanted to ask you, let's not talk about the Jets here because it only makes me upset.
Sure.
As far as most attractive openings right now, I mean, there still could be other jobs that open up, but right now, the way you look at it, what job do you think is the most attractive for a potential head coach?
Well, I think when you look at where we are right now with the young quarterbacks, we said, okay, look at where New Orleans is, the Giants. The Giants, Tennessee. Tennessee has Cam Ward. Cleveland's got Shedeur Sanders. The Giants have Jackson Dart. Those four quarterbacks, the teams are picking 4, 5, 6, and 8, correct? 4, 5, 6, and 8. 4, looking for a coach. 5, same thing. 6, same thing. 8, brought in a new coach, okay, and Kellen Moore, and they got the quarterback, and he played well and all that. So now, but 3 of those teams have a young quarterback that you would think, Dart we know is going to be the franchise. Cam Ward's the franchise, and I believe in Shedeur Sanders. So at the end of the day, he went 3-4 as a starter. The other quarterback, the rookie that took in the third round, went 1-5, and a veteran went 1-3. He went 3-4, and he didn't have tight ends, receiver, offensive line depleted, running back. You kidding me? So in cold weather, just about every game. So at the end of the day, Giants, to answer your question, the New York Giants is the most attractive job because of Jackson Dart and the talent that they have at a variety of positions. And they're picking at a spot where we talk about who are they going to take with that 5th pick. You look at the needs of this team. Who's the guy that would make the most sense for the Giants at pick number 5?
Yeah, all of them, and any good position player would be good for the Giants.
Well, like you say, Francis Maui-Noah is an offensive tackle out of Miami of Florida, who, if you watch Miami play he's been a key entity, just just driving people off the ball, tremendous run blocker, outstanding in pass pro, made a key block in the game against Ohio State to win that game, and keep them moving on. So there's a right tackle. People say he could be a phenomenal guard. I think he'd be a hell of a right tackle. There's a kid from Miami. You can watch him later this week, in a few days. And then there's wide receiver emerges after the process. Is there one? Is a Jordan Tyson attractive enough? Is a Carnell Tate from Ohio State attractive enough to take that high? I think Maui Noah is the kind of guy that can be a major league piece on that offense, like a Penei Sewell has been with the Detroit Lions. Remember, they took Jamar Chase over Sewell. Cincinnati did, which was a great move for them, but he dropped to the Lions, and that was a great pick for the Lions. Will Maui Noah at 5 be a guy, or excuse me, at 6 be a guy that the Giants look at? With that, it was a 5th pick. And the Cleveland picked 6th right after them, and then there's, like I say, there's teams of Washington. We expect them. They're at 7. Kansas City's at 9. There's 2 teams we thought could be, Super Bowl contenders, and end up picking 7 and 9. That's the nature of the NFL. But to the Giants, it could fall pretty well if they get a guy, like I say, Maui Noah is still there, which is debatable whether he can still be there at pick number 5.
All right, so let's talk about the quarterbacks. Couple of questions as far as the 1-2 is concerned. A, do you think Dante Moore comes out? B, could you see him going 1 to the Raiders, or do you think the Raiders are going to be locked in on Mendoza?
Well, you got a guy who's had 33 starts as opposed to a guy who's had 20. You got a 20-year-old as opposed to a 22-year-old. Okay, so you got the big difference in terms of experience and just being out there seeing it more. And right now, Mendoza's the better quarterback throughout the year. You would say Mendoza right now would have the edge. In 3 years, who's going to be the better quarterback? And that's where Moore could maybe be the guy there. I've kept Moore because there was no reason to move him off of there. If you put him there in August, there was nothing to move him down from. But this game coming up, when you see those two on the field for the second time this year, we already saw them once. Neither really stood out in that game. Now we'll see him again. Mendoza, I thought, had a great performance against Alabama. He just keeps doing it. And you can say, boy, you know what you're getting there. With Moore, you're gambling on, he's 20. He's 20 years old. He's only had 20 starts. That's not enough starts. I would go back to Oregon if I were him, but being the second pick in the draft, and that's what I think he'll be. I do think that the Raiders will take Fernando Mendoza. Tom Brady's going to have some influence there. If you saw the game, saw Indiana all year, that's the kind of guy, why would Tom Brady not love Fernando Mendoza? So Mendoza to the Raiders, the second pick, the Jets. If Moore comes out, that's a guy you pretty much have to take. And like I said, this game will go a long way in determining how teams feel about him because it is a big spot. We just want to see him against the number 1 pick. Let's see how they match up. And then Moore has to decide. There's going to be a lot of money offered him to go back to Oregon. There's going to be pieces around him. Oregon's going to get players. They know that every year. So do you go back and get another year of experience at Oregon and now get that start total up to where you need it to be? It would be over 30, which would be perfect. Or do you come out with only 20, 21 starts, say, which is borderline, and then at a 20, it'll be 21 May 24th. If I'm Dante Moore, I'm going back to Oregon, but I can see if you're the second pick in the draft and you're staring at that in the face, you come out. So we'll see, but if he does come out, I think the second pick would be Dante Moore, and the first pick overall would be Mendoza.
Mel, I know you're one of the people that believes, and I agree with you, that more quarterbacks are ruined than they are developed, right? So, I mean, do you buy into Todd McShay was saying this, we played a clip earlier in the show, that the idea of the Jets taking you with the second overall pick would maybe steer Dante Moore back to Oregon as opposed to coming out?
I don't buy into that. No, I don't. I know Peyton Manning made that decision back in the day, and to go back, I would go back just because it's an experience. I don't care about the Jets. Remember the Bengals? Oh, Burrow can't go to the Bengals. The Bengals that had some success. They had success with Kenny Anderson, with Boomer Esiason, with Carson Palmer. This notion that everybody quarterbacks didn't have any success and couldn't win in Cincinnati. Burrow took them to a Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? Early in his career. So again, I don't care about the organizations are going to do what they need to do. The quarterbacks are going to develop. Can an organization ruin a quarterback at times? You saw what Jim Plunkett, remember, up in New England before he moved on with the shoulder and not having the supporting cast. I get all of that. But if you're a quarterback, I'm not sitting there saying, oh, the Jets are picking 2. I'm going back to Oregon because the Jets are picking 2. I'm not doing that. I'm going to have confidence that the Jets organization can do the things necessary to build the pieces around the quarterback, which they didn't have this year. It didn't matter who the quarterback was this year. You weren't going to have success. So can that happen with with the quarterback, if it is Dante Moore, I'd bet on it. Yeah, that can happen. I'm not going to sit there and say, it's the Jets, and the Jets have never won anything and done this. Is that the case? No. Is that the case with the Bengals? No. Is that the case with all these organizations? No. So at the end of the day, Dante Moore has to say, am I ready? Am I prepared mentally and physically to come into the NFL and play at a high level sometime during my rookie year and certainly by year 2? Am I ready to do that? And he has to make that call. Because like I say, last year he sat behind Dylan Gabriel all year. He did nothing at UCLA to distinguish himself in 5 starts, was a major disappointment there. Goes in this year and has an outstanding season overall, but he had some games where he was okay, not great, because he had pieces around him missing, but when he had to make throws, when he had to come through in the clutch in those games where he was just uneven and so-so, he did. That's why you could never move him. If you had him ahead of Mendoza, you couldn't move him to 2, because every game when he was struggling a bit, because he didn't have his tight end, didn't have his receivers, didn't have a couple offensive linemen, he came through at the most critical point in that game, on the road, at home against some pretty decent teams. The Iowa game jumps out at you right there with Phil Parker's defense. He came through. So that's why you just keep it at 1 and 1A. But I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, I think Mendoza is going to be my number 1 quarterback after all is said and done. Dante Moore will be 2. We'll see how this goes at the end of this week. But, that's the way it should go. And then it's up to Dante to make that call. And it's not easy. That is not an easy call when you only have that amount of starts. You're only 20 years of age. And you've got to be realistic to know the NFL's not about waiting 2 or 3 years for you. You saw what happened with those kids I just mentioned. Look at Cam Ward. Look at Dart. Look at Shuck. Look at Shador. They were out there. And they're being scrutinized, guys. Guess what? I was talking about Shador yesterday with Phil. Well, he threw some interceptions. What quarterback doesn't throw some interceptions, some bad interceptions, especially a rookie who didn't even play against the ones, defense or offense, the whole training camp and preseason. But that's my point, is that's the expectation. It's unrealistic, but it's the expectation. And you got to be prepared to deal with that and then deal with the scrutiny and the criticism that comes when you don't play great every week. So that's where Dante Moore has to make that call. Being the second pick in the draft, more than likely you would expect him to be in this draft, but stranger things have happened.
All right. I could talk to you for hours and hours and hours, but we do have to run. I'm glad that you're back with us. We'll talk to you next week. Happy New Year again, and great stuff. Can't wait to talk to you every week leading up to the draft, Mel.
It'll be fun, guys. You take care and enjoy the games this week.
All right, there you go. That's the Mel Kiper Jr. Report, brought to you by the Parisman Firm. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call the Parisman Firm right now at 718-WORKERS and get the justice you deserve. The Parisman Firm, where your case is their cause. I know you have a read. We'll get to that on the other side. We'll get to your calls. We'll unpack all the things that Mel had to say. It's DNR with you right here on ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this busy, bouncy Tuesday. Here is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick, and good morning. Mel Kiper Jr. Guys, let's see what's happening as we head to the Deegan. Major problems on the Major Deegan northbound getting up toward Van Cortlandt Park. Accident in the right lane. Delays back to the Cross Bronx Expressway. Troubles right now as you take it out to 3 eastbound at Main Ave in Clifton. It's an accident in 84 E6 at 13 in Southbury over in Connecticut. Watch for an accident being cleared. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com. That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com. Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. Really? That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back and unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. Apply by February 11th and get your application fee waived. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 degrees and certificates in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills you need to achieve your career goals. Get your application fee waived through February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York, as we roll along on this Tuesday. A lot to unpack from Mel. We'll do that in a moment. You have something you want to share with me, though, before we do that?
I got some stuff.
All right, let's hear about it.
Okay. Wild card round, it's here, and FanDuel's turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the wild card round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. Pick the matchup you believe in. Take your shot on an upset or build a parlay that fits the moment, then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs get rolling. So visit FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For other gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Little stumble, so I can't give you a perfect 10, but it was pretty good.
That was all right.
It was pretty good. So what Mel had to say, I think, is interesting. You should feel a little better, I think, that he was like, no, the Jets coming out, Dante Moore, not even a question, right? That had to make you feel a little bit better, no?
I don't know if it makes me feel better or not, because, I mean, that's Mel saying it. Todd said something else. I just think if there's a thought that if Dante Moore's mindset right now going into this is, we'll see what happens against Indiana. Team's going to be loaded next year. I feel like, more time may help me develop, not to mention the fact that I'm going to be making $7, $8, $9, however many $1 million to go back. Like, does the idea of being drafted to the Jets give him the little extra nudge he needs to go back to Oregon?
Listen, it might, and we clearly don't know. I would think that if he goes out there and balls out against Indiana, and let's say win a national championship, that his stock will never be higher that he comes out. But, I mean, I don't know. It's just speculation. I have no idea.
No, probably not. But that also would put him in the conversation, I think, for the first overall pick, maybe.
It might.
Right, like, so there's no, like, I mean, if he goes and plays okay, but Fernando Mendoza clearly is the better quarterback, it feels like he's locked himself into the number one pick, and at very best, I'm going to the Jets. I don't know. Does he have people in his ear saying to him, hey, guy.
You go back. And you know what the difference is, and this is a negative for the teams, for the NFL teams, is you're staring at $10 million to go back to college.
Right. I mean, that's with the chance
a lot
of
of
national
money.
championship, right? And then who knows? I mean, how close is he with his teammates? How close is he with Dan Lanning? How close does he feel like he is to winning a national championship? Is that something on his, like, is that one of his priorities? I'm willing to risk, potentially dropping in next year's draft or an injury and going after a national championship. I don't know, but I get the one thing that Mel did say, and I hate when they use Cincinnati as an example. Like, Joe Burrow had one of the great years you've ever seen in the history of college football. Like, that team offensively was one of the best you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, amazing.
Right. So, like, and I know there wasn't a lot of talk before that season, but it was pretty clear. Like, you saw the offer that Miami, or we're just hearing about the offer that Miami went out, like, tried to make to get up to 1 to get Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was going 1. Right? Like that. I mean, that's an organizational changing offer that Miami made. They went to a Super Bowl, yes. You've had 3 straight years now where they haven't made the playoffs. And I know Joe Burrow's part of that because he was injured, but last season, you had Jamar Chase win the Triple Crown.
Right.
Joe Burrow was almost 5,000 yards, 43 touchdowns to 9 picks, and Trey Hendrickson led the league in sacks, and you still didn't make the playoffs.
Correct. And the thing is, he's awesome, but they're still the Bengals. Like, the stink. Could you imagine if he went to a functional team? Could you imagine with, like, the Niners or the Eagles or one of these teams that they're good every single year? He's so great and so dynamic that he's able to take the most bereft franchise in maybe all of sports and make them functional. But could you imagine what he'd do to a functional franchise?
But that's what I'm saying, though. So, like, in the moment, and I understand the injury part of it and the potentially not having a good season and falling in the draft. But I also understand how important it is to be drafted by the right team and be developed the right way. And the Jets don't have a track record of getting it right or developing quarterbacks. It's the complete opposite of that. Like, can you seriously sit here and tell me that you think Josh Allen would be Josh Allen if the Jets made the decision to draft him?
No, I don't.
Or Lamar Jackson would be Lamar Jackson?
They're a bad franchise. They're an embarrassing franchise. My only thought was, like, maybe at some point there's going to be somebody that just is so good that it doesn't matter that the Jets are so bad.
Right, but that, I mean, how long will that last, though?
I don't know.
You just said it. I mean, the Bengals went to a Super Bowl, but you just said they're still the Bengals.
They're still the Bengals.
Right, so, I mean, yeah, like, could there be a year or two where, the quarterback's so good that it feels like they figured it out for the moment?
Well, wouldn't that sound pretty good right now?
Yeah, of course it would. You get into the playoffs, period, would sound good.
Like if
right
he
now.
comes in and a house on fire and all of a sudden he's a really big-time quarterback. I mean, you beggars can't be choosers. You would take that at the moment.
Right, but they also thought that bringing in Justin Fields and pairing him with what they had was going to be enough to have Justin Fields play good football. Whenever, like, you, me, Mel, everyone was like, no. This is not enough for Justin Fields. Mel just told you Joe Montana could have been the quarterback and it wouldn't have been enough.
I don't know that I agree with that, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with that either. But I think he was trying to emphasize his point.
Yes. They were barren offensively. But whose fault is that?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's the organization. That's what I'm saying, though. They're the ones making you're at the mercy of what the organization does. Like, I mean, as much as Joe Burrow wanted to be paired up with Jamar Chase, would you rather Penei Sewell or Jamar Chase? We spent years talking about how Joe Burrow gets the crap kicked out of him and the offensive line stinks. You don't think Penei Sewell would have helped that?
Yeah, of course he would have helped. But you know what else I found a little bit jarring, and Raymond may have the answer to that. So how is he saying the offensive lineman's name from Miami? He had an N in there. He was saying, like, Francis Mauanoa, which I didn't. Did you know this, Ray?
I don't think that's how you say it. Hang on.
He's going third.
You're telling me Mel was saying it wrong.
He's going third. In Reed's draft, he's going third.
I know there's not an N, but you didn't hear him say it? Because when he said it, I was like, wow, I had no idea. I'm glad I didn't say it. He was saying Francis Mauanoa.
Maui Goa.
No, I could see.
Maui Goa.
Is that for real, though? Have you heard it pronounced before? Don't go on how it's spelled.
I mean, you're telling me that Mel
I'm not going how it's spelled, by the way. Like Maui, like the island, Maui in Hawaii.
I see how it's spelled.
So you're telling me it's Maui Goa?
Maui Goa.
I could see the G being silent, maybe. Maui Oa.
How does it become an N?
I don't know.
He went Maui Noa.
He went Maui Noa.
Needless to say,
Maui Noa.
He's going in the draft RJ sent us. He's going third to Arizona.
Third to Arizona. Arvell Reese 4 to the Titans. Carnell Tate 5 to the Giants.
I mean, listen, if that guy can play right tackle the way that he's talking about, I mean, you could potentially lose Illuminor anyway. That would be perfect.
Right. Well, then you do lose Illuminor, right? Then you let Illuminor go and you draft him.
Yeah, right.
Now, I'd seen the other kid from Utah projected to go 5 to the Giants as well. But I don't know. We'll see.
The kid Spencer Fano?
Yeah. Is that Fano? Yeah. Fano, whatever.
Unfortunately for Ray, Ray's guy, Ruben Bain, is going 9 to Kansas City in this moment.
You know what? I hope he goes 11. I hope he goes right before Ray has a chance to get it.
I'd be okay with Sonny Styles. I'd be totally fine with that.
Good. Well, you know what I hope happens, Ray? I hope Bain is there at 12 and they don't take him. Instead, they take Peter Woods from Clemson.
And I'm the jerk, Ray.
Yeah, he is
I'm
what
not
he
wishing
is.
injury on anybody.
Peter Woods was supposed to have a big year.
I didn't wish injury.
Oh, sure.
I just brought up the injury.
You brought up a potentially devastating injury to it.
He's going to be okay.
That's what we need. That's what this city needs is more injury and more pain and more heartache.
It's the last thing you guys need.
Nobody needs it.
Do you know that he's going to be okay? It did look good.
I don't know for a fact, but I think he's going to be. I don't think it's a career-ending injury.
I didn't say career-ending. I said devastating.
It'd be huffed down the tunnel. It didn't look good.
That didn't look great, no.
You should send flowers.
I'll send him something nice.
Do you know Igor?
I don't know him. I love him. I think he's for me the best goalie in the league.
No, really?
Yeah.
I never heard you say that.
He's the goalie I like Milo to watch. I think he is
But Milo's a Vasilevsky guy, right?
Oh, I love Vazzy, but I think he's the perfect mix of new school and kind of with some old school athleticism mixed in. And he can handle the puck well.
Let's take a break. Come back. Phone lines are all lit up. We got to get to the calls. We want to get to the calls, and we will get to the calls. 1-800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Listen up, football fans. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up the things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. So Raymond has done some pronunciation work. And Raymond, why don't you tell the people what you've
Mel's all over it. Mel is right.
Yeah.
Per the Hurricanes pronunciation guide, it is Maui Noa.
All right, so there we go. I still don't understand how an N gets in there, but away we go.
Well, you better get used to it. That could be your right tackle.
Well, now I have it. I always get nervous to pronounce names that I'm not sure how they're pronounced, but now that I know it, Francis Maui Noa.
I think it's probably one of my biggest fears.
Is to say a name and then be wrong with it?
Right. Or like I practice it, and then you look at it, and then it completely comes out wrong.
So I mean, in all seriousness, right? You look at me as a pretty good sports guy, right?
I don't know about now, but I did.
All right, well, you did. Okay. So when I used to have Rangers season tickets, I was at a Rangers game, and there was a player, I think he was on Ottawa, Neckar. Remember him?
I think
it was Neckar.
Okay.
And I was like, and yeah, I'm certainly not the hockey fan that I am in other sports, and wasn't a Rangers player. So this guy's skating around, I'm like, hit this Neckar guy, right? And like 4 people turned around to me, they're like, it's Netscash. I was like, how is it Netscash?
Well, there's like Brady Shea.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you gotta hear someone else that knows it say it.
Right, but it didn't even occur. Like to me, why would I ask? How do you pronounce Neckar? Of course, it's Neckar, right?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And it still haunts me to this day. I'm serious. It still bothers me.
Well, but it makes you sound like you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That's why it haunts me.
Right.
Stanislav Netscash.
Yeah.
Good job.
But that's why we have Raymond. Raymond's supposed to be our pronunciation guy.
He's our linguist.
Well, I can find them.
Well, but that's what we're asking you to do is find it.
Yeah. Francis.
And then say it in that sexy voice that you say it.
Maui Noa.
And now you know.
All right, let's get to the calls. A lot of people lined up. Let's go to Dave and Elizabeth. Dave, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
What's up? It's Dave in the car. Thanks for having me on, guys. I have a question. In my opinion, I think Shane's staying with the Giants. When you have a credible coach coming there to interview for the job, and he tries to give direction on what he thinks he can do to fix the Giants, I think it's a disadvantage for the Giants to have someone in front of a coach that has a stellar resume or a strong resume. It sends the wrong message to have a GM there who's a loser. Like, I just can't get my brain around it. Why wouldn't a coach come in there like Stefanski and look at the Mara family and say, your empire's worth $3 billion. You can't go buy someone who to pair with me to turn this thing around? Why would I work under a guy who hasn't shown anything? I want your opinion on that.
It's worth more than $3 billion. I think that you would probably point to the reason why, like Joe Shane would tell you, the reason why you're excited about the job because of the players that I drafted. You heard Mel. Mel, which job is the most?
I'm telling you, man, people are excited about the Giants, and I think it starts with the quarterback.
And if I'm Joe Shane, that would be what I would say.
That's right. But I don't even think you need to sell that. I think that's understood on the outside. Like, the Giants' job is an attractive job because there is some legitimate talent there.
Right, but I'm just saying to his question. Like, when you put the coach up in a room with Joe Shane and ownership, and if that happened to be one of the coach's questions, which I'm sure it wouldn't be, but like, hey, why would I want to work with Joe Shane? Joe Shane would tell you. For the same reasons why you want this job. Because you like Jackson Dart. Because you like Malik Neighbors. Because you like Cam Scatterbo. Because, like, and he'd go through the list of players. Like, do you like Brian Burns? Yeah. I did that. Do you like Abdul Carter? I did that.
I mean, I did that. It was the third pick in the draft.
I understand it, but it's on his. I mean, it's on his. If you're going to give him,
to me, honestly, like the Scadaboo, that's more impressive than the Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter was a no-brainer at 3.
Right, but if you're going to get on him for, the Evan Neals or the Deontay Banks, you have to give him credit when he hits on the other ones.
I'm not saying he doesn't get credit for some of the other ones, but I just think that they should be a more talented team from top to bottom right now than they are, and I think the reason they're not is because of Joe Shane.
Right, but you're also the same guy that told me that you feel like they should have won 6 or 7 games this year.
They should have won
8.
more games.
Right, which isn't the talent, it's the coaching. Which is why Joe Shane still has a job. Not to mention the amount of change that actually takes place when you fire a GM.
I think he still, and again, back to it, I think he has a job because John Mara's not well. That's it.
Yeah.
I think if John Mara was 100% well,
I think
Joe
that's
Shane
part
does
of
not
it,
have a
and I
job.
think the other part is what we talked about and you said earlier, is that it was so bad with Gettleman that this looks like...
It's like Nirvana.
Right. It's like when you stepped into your brand new Mercedes. It's like, wow.
It has Sirius now, this new one.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Now this is living.
Yeah. I just heard from Renan.
Yep.
Did you see what he says?
Yeah, he didn't get a gift from Jake either.
No, not that he didn't get a gift. He's saying he should be giving gifts.
Oh, Renan didn't give anything. I mean,
right. So, RJ, do you look at Renan differently, and Ray, you as well, because he didn't get you anything?
Not at all.
No, not even a little bit.
I would.
Not even a little bit.
You should, though.
No, Jordan gives back in different ways. He was available.
What ways does he give back?
I mean,
Jordan was great.
He made himself available yesterday, standing outside the locker room.
Oh, available.
It's his job.
Stop it.
Not necessarily to.
So do I give myself by doing the show?
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's not.
I mean,
You're obligated. You're
he
paid.
He was wearing next to nothing, just standing outside like he was giving himself to us.
Oh, wow.
And we took him.
I can't believe you're going to wax poetic about a guy that joined us to do an 8-minute hit.
Yeah, that begged to be on the radio the day before.
He didn't have to.
All I'm saying is Jake gives you beautiful presents. Jordan, nothing. Nothing.
Don't try to shift blame
I'm
here.
not trying to shift anything. What did he give you?
It's a great quarter zip that I'm wearing. It's
No,
fantastic.
what did Jordan give
gave you nothing.
That's not how we keep score.
How do you keep score?
You know what Jordan
height?
gave me? Jordan gave me showing up on time for the show that day.
That was mean. It didn't even make sense, and it was mean.
That's a line from a movie. It's a Caddyshack line.
Yeah.
Sure.
It is. It's a Caddyshack line.
I'm not doubting
that
you.
wasn't meant to be mean.
Yes, it was.
You know what? Thank you.
Everything-
you never defend me.
Everything
I mean,
you've
God
everything
forbid you
you've
know
said
the movie.
everything you've said today has been rooted in being mean. Let's
Me?
cut. Yes. Everything
it wasn't
you've
about
said.
me. I didn't say it. Dave
he
said
didn't
it.
say it. I said it, and I said it not as a shot at RJ. I said it as a quote from a movie.
It's a Caddyshack line.
God,
you animals. I mean, if anyone should be upset today, it's us. We didn't get a gift from Jake.
Well, he clearly doesn't like you.
Obviously,
take it up with
Jordan
Jake.
Jordan showed up for the wrong show before.
Did he?
Good point.
Look at where it's gotten him. Did he?
So
it worked out pretty well for him.
Do you feel like the fastest riser at the station right now,
Jordan.
RJ, is Jordan?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Wow. Well, I mean, fastest riser. Jake was already
Jake
in
has
the mix.
risen already. Jake has risen.
Right, because he got your present, so you can't disparage him.
No, but nothing to do with presents.
Before I left for break, I mean, Jordan sent him emails like I need key cards, I need IDs. Like he's
high maintenance.
No, he just
That's
planned.
what I gather that you're saying.
No, he just plans on. Listen, I want my own way into the building. I'm not a guest here. I belong here. I will show up to shows and I'll perform hostile takeovers when I need to. I mean, the man rearranged his schedule because he felt like it. And look where it's gotten him. That was back in July.
What's amazing, too, is this is also the guy who had a stroke on national television and also choked to death on the morning show.
But he had pineapple
it's
juice.
just rising.
And all he does is he's like the Phoenix.
Just rising.
He gets up and dominates.
Listen, Peyton Manning threw a lot of interceptions his rookie year, too. Look, you got to keep throwing. That's what Jordan does.
Just keeps chucking it.
And now look how much time he has. What do you think he'll do now? He could show up at any minute.
He's also single-handedly mangled Rule 76 multiple times.
Well, who was saying? Was it on the air? We had this conversation. Maybe we stopped doing the Rule 76.
We have
when
to.
we're not
Yes,
here.
that was Monday. That was Monday. Yeah,
Monday was yesterday, right?
It's Asman, Ronan, and everybody. Bart Scott, Ty Butler next. It's Ronan and sometimes Asman and everybody. Terrible.
They probably should retire it. It's really.
I think that should be. All he did was change his voice for the second.
You're right. You can't come up with anything better than that. Watch this. Everybody.
How about a little Rule 76? Play like a champion. It's Grassa, Ronan, and Mollywop on ESPN Radio.
Mollywop.
Let's break. Joe Shane is back. Great news. Dante Moore, what happens with him? 1-800-919-3776. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm, from the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me, and the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too. Someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every college playoff game day. That means more chances to level up your picks and turn big moments into even bigger wins. Ride with the favorite, take a shot on the underdog, or build a parlay. Then apply your profit boost and go for bigger winnings. FanDuel is the best place to get into the football action all playoff long. And when you win, you'll get paid instantly. So visit FanDuel.com/local to get your college playoff profit boost today. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
New York Presbyterian treats more heart patients than any other hospital in New York. From common to complex conditions, our cardiologists and heart surgeons are pioneers in advanced heart care, leading the way in minimally invasive treatments for faster recovery times. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital based on U.S. News and World Report 2025 to 2026 Cardiology, Heart, and Vascular Surgery Rankings.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like if I need a replacement part?
Sure, we can help with that.
Ah, nice. Hey, I just entered this online contest for coolest bike in the world. You think maybe you could vote for me?
Actually, we just do insurance, not popularity contests.
Yeah, I know. But what's your email? I'll just send you the link real quick. You can vote like 100 times a day. They'll never know.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
So what I'm hearing is there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite awards show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
If you're representing Dante Moore, we can live with going to 30 of the 32 teams. Maybe it's 31. I can't allow him to go to the New York Jets.
It doesn't get worse than that.
Mel Kiper Jr.
He's 20 years old. He's only got 20 starts. That's not enough starts. I would go back to Oregon if I were him, but being the second pick, the Jets, if Moore comes out, that's a guy you pretty much have to take.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Not one single player in this entire draft, unless they grew up a Jets fan, wants to be a New York Jet.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
I'm not going to say anything. I want to keep this clean and right on the rails for the 9 o'clock hour. It is DNR with you on ESPN New York. So, we haven't really done a lot of Knicks outside of the top today. We'll get back to that in the 9 o'clock hour. The Giants bring back Joe Shane. We didn't actually have the announcement yesterday, but we knew during the show that he was coming back. Jordan joined the show and told us he was coming back. I know it's repetitive. I can't believe we're living in a world where a guy who has failed over and over and over at his job, and the Giants organization just says to themselves, yep, let's bring him back for at least one more year.
Yeah, I don't think it was that easy, though. I don't think it was as simple as you're making it.
Easy or not, he's back.
He's back, and I think the circumstances are part of that, and I also think that they believe, or he has them believing that there was enough talent to win more games than they did. And he would tell you that the reason why, Mel just told you that this was the most attractive opening was because of the players that he's drafted.
Yes, there is some legitimate talent with this team. There should be more, but they should be better. They should be further along. This should not be a 4-win team. This should not be a team that I have to root against in Week 17 and 18.
Right, but you told me if they were coached properly, they would have won, 8 games?
They would have won 7 or 8 games, yes.
Okay, so, how would the conversation be now if they won 8 games?
I think it'd be very different.
Right, you'd be pumped.
But they didn't win, and they didn't win last year either.
Right, but do you blame the talent or the coach?
I blame all of it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I also think both should have been fired after last season.
They started out 7-2, right? The first year of this regime, of the Dable and Shane regime, started out 7-2, limped home to 9-7-1. Had the good fortune of winning a playoff game and playing a good game offensively. It keeps Daniel Jones. That was on him. That's on his record. Then they go 6-11, 3-14, and 4-13. Where you now have become one of the laughing stocks of the NFL, and you decide to bring this guy back.
Yeah, we also don't know. How those decisions were being made early on when Shane and Dable first took over.
As far as Jones is concerned?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
The Saquon Barkley part of it and how that whole thing unfolded. And what that
that was a horrendous mark on the record of Joe Shane.
But again, that goes back to last season from start to finish. From Hard Knocks to from the jerseys that they wore to start the season to Hard Knocks to the season Saquon had to the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I would have been good with just that's it. Done. You can make the argument that was the most embarrassing season
from that season with a 4-win season, but not even really a 4-win season. Like a 2+ win season where they were 2-13 and somehow won these final 2 games of the year. That's what they are. And they decided, let's bring them back. And not only bring them back, you now lead the search for the next head coach for this organization.
With a 9-game losing streak sprinkled in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm just trying to give you the other side of it. I'm on record saying I would have moved off both of them. And the only saving grace of bringing them back was that you found Jackson Dart.
I can't even believe it. When we asked Jordan 2 weeks ago, they're going to move on, right? He's like, I can't see why they don't. He's like, this is epically embarrassing. And then bring him back.
It doesn't sound like there was much that was going to happen where he wasn't coming back.
Right.
I think the bigger I think the bigger issue, as we're both, I think it's sensitive to the situation, but still, that the organization isn't structured better, where they can.
It's very strange.
Where they can actually go out and do a GM search and a coaching search at the same time.
Wouldn't you figure with any company anywhere that they'd be like, okay, if you can't enact a plan A, you'd have a plan B. Like if the leader of the franchise can't be the leader of the franchise, well, then someone else steps in. Like where is that person? Where is next in line to run this team?
Unless John Mara thinks that Joe Schoen's doing a good job. I know the results aren't there, and I'd be hard pressed to believe that that's the case. But I mean, what else other than just not being able to deal with the amount of change?
Then why would John Mara? And again, I understand the sensitivity of the situation, but we have to bring it up. Why would John Mara last season say, I better see results. I need to see wins. There's no more of this, well, it looks okay. He said, I need to see wins. Well, it doesn't result in wins, and yet he's back again.
Because of how you lost. Because of how you lost.
Then he should have said, if we play some really close games and lose, then he can come back for another year.
But, I mean, didn't we talk about this before the whole season started? I didn't think they were going to have a good season, right? You look at the schedule, was
you didn't
daunting.
think it was going to be this bad? You thought the Giants were going to be a 2-win team for the bulk of the season?
I thought that there was a real chance, like when you looked at how that season how the schedule laid itself out. If you didn't win one of the first two, you could get off to one of those starts where the back half didn't matter.
It's really a shame they didn't start Jackson Dart from the jump.
And who knows? I mean, then you find out about Russ's hamstring that he didn't tell anyone about. But my point is this, is that it felt like the goalpost started to move the second Jackson Dart stepped on the field. Because before we would ask the question, what brings Brian Daboll back? Is it wins or is it hitting on the quarterback? And there was no wins to start until Jackson Dart stepped on the field against the Chargers.
And it looked different at the time. Too.
It looked different, but then everything changed now, where it was about wins now. Because the quarterback we already thought could play now was about the wins. And then you had the real turning point in the season was the fourth quarter against Denver. That game goes differently, and they find a way to win. Maybe the season's completely different. But then it was like, oh no, we know the quarterback can play, so it's not about like, hey, we just need to see flashes from the quarterback, and Daboll will be back. It's we got to win games, and not only weren't you winning games, you were losing games you should have won. That if properly coached, you probably would have won, which is why Brian Daboll is gone, and maybe why Joe Schoen is still here.
I guess, but I mean, Jerry Reese didn't get this kind of long leash and luxury. Like Jerry Reese, who won Super Bowls, was kicked to the side. I don't understand why Joe Schoen gets this, just treated differently than other guys, other than you have, real serious life issues going on in the front office.
And maybe you're just sick of change.
But you can't now make a change because you're sick of change.
But wasn't that part of the reason why they kept him last year? Was to have some continuity?
Probably. I mean, you look at this draft in 2023. You moved up to take Deonte Banks. You took John Michael Schmitz, who seems like he's serviceable.
Which feels like, by the way, that he blamed on coaches.
Deonte Banks?
That was more like I drafted for system fit as opposed to
drafted. Yeah, right. So he's not accountable at all. Every time there's a mistake, it's someone else, but if it's a hit, it's on him?
You saw him in the draft room.
Come on, man.
You saw him in the draft room.
That's really weak. So he didn't like Deonte Banks. They forced him into Deonte Banks, and now look, you can't produce.
Well,
but Jackson Dart, who he didn't even really want, he's awesome, and now he takes credit for it. Give me a break.
Right, but think about this though. So the way he worked the draft last year, and we gave him credit to have the patience to bring back, back up into the first round and get Jackson Dart, was he wasn't mentioning anything about Abdul Carter your guy, because that was a no-brainer. That was a no-brainer pick. Who would argue that Abdul Carter at 3 was a bad pick? Not one person.
No, it was the obvious selection.
Right, but now all of a sudden coming back up in the first round to draft a quarterback, now this is, hey guys, are you sure? This is the guy you want, right? This is your guy. Like putting just enough distance.
Yeah, because he had to distance himself a little bit.
Right. And now takes credit for it because it ultimately was ended up saving his job.
So Deonte Banks, would you say that's a hit or no?
No.
Okay. John Michael Schmitz is fine, right?
Yeah, he's fine.
He got better this year. I'll give him credit for that. Jalen Hyatt moved up for Jalen Hyatt. Good?
No,
he stinks, right? Yeah. Eric Gray, you even know who that is? No. Trey Hawkins was supposed to be awesome. No. Jordan Riley, no. And it's 7th-round picks I can't even criticize. So fine.
That's a whole draft almost.
That's a whole draft. You moved up in the draft to take guys that you targeted and needed to have. And how did it work out? Tyler Nubin was a 2nd-round pick. Great player? No. I mean, just too many misses. I'm sorry. Too many misses.
Right, but he hit on the most important. And depending on how much credit you want to give him for, I mean, he hit on the franchise quarterback. I mean, the pieces that you bring up as to why the job is attractive are the pieces that Joe Schoen brought in.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I don't know if I probably don't agree with it. I would have just went clean slate and just had, new coach, new GM.
And you don't think that another GM could have done better?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Or moving forward, another GM couldn't put you in better standing?
Probably, but there are also some really bad GMs. I don't know. Does the GM, if it's not Joe Schoen and it's someone else, and Brian Dable's pounding the table for Jackson Dart, does the GM relent and say, okay, we'll go get Jackson Dart? I don't know.
Listen, just because he's not a good GM doesn't mean there aren't other also bad GMs. There's a lot of bad GMs.
But I mean, there are like the report coming out of Cleveland I heard yesterday was that when they traded for Deshaun Watson, that's something Stefanski didn't want to do. I mean, the draft room looked like Stefanski was being held hostage when they drafted Shedeur.
Right, and that might have been a good thing. I mean, you just heard Mel saying he believes in Shedeur Sanders.
So I've been a part of situations where you just assume that people in these positions are just good at their job, and that's not the case. There are some really good ones, there are some okay ones, and there's some really bad ones that have jobs.
I just think that you win in the draft by obviously hitting home runs early in the draft, which he hasn't done a lot of.
Right, and but he just did, though.
Well, you don't know that it's a home run.
Right now, you feel like Jackson Dart is a pretty. I mean,
I love.
Triple.
I get it. I love Jackson Dart, but I mean, look at. I mean, Deontay Banks first round pick.
Okay,
Thibodeau,
but that's not what
Neal.
people are looking at right now, though. They're looking at.
But you can't just look at one player. You're still a 4-win team that doesn't have a ton of talent. I mean, do the Giants need help all over the place?
I know, but But here's the thing, though. You keep going back to the same thing, and you keep saying 4 wins, and you are what your record says you are. I understand that. But you also are the same person that keeps telling me that if coached properly, they should have won 7 or 8 games. I think that's what they're looking at as opposed to just the 4 wins.
I think that's a mistake. But
you're probably right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I probably agree with you, but I'm just saying that has to be what is being sold to the people that are making these decisions.
I mean, Charles Cross just got a massive extension. He's a terrific tackle. You took Evan Neal over him. Did
you think that Evan Neal was a bad pick at the time?
It's not me to think that. It's him.
But did you? Did anybody?
I like the Evan Neal pick.
Did he be unplayable?
But it's not my profession. I'm not a GM in this league.
I know, but I'm just explaining to you what must be like the conversations that they must be having with ownership to be making these decisions. It can't be just as simple as I'm just not ready for a change and we want continuity. There has to be some reason other than that they would point
he obviously is very well liked. Because if he wasn't very well liked, he wouldn't be back. So he obviously has the ear of the right people. I think that he plays the game well. I think that, like you mentioned, he's hit on a couple of pieces.
But here's the other thing. Maybe behind closed doors, it was so bad with Brian Dable that we didn't see that's also playing in Joe Schoen's favor.
Listen, I remember talking to Renan about it. He's like, Wink Martindale can't stand this guy. And Wink Martindale doesn't have a reputation of being run out of places and not being respected.
Look at Abdul Carter now. Since they made the coaching change. And Kafka kind of put his foot down. And then they made the defensive coordinator change.
Yeah. Well, it's time to treat this team with some accountability.
Right. You were also talking about Malik Neighbors. I mean, I don't know if RJ took the sound or not, but I'm talking about how he would have he'd be able to tell Brian Dable the routes and the plays that he wanted called.
Yeah, we have it. Let's take a listen to it. Here is Malik Neighbors discussing some of the work that he's done with Jackson Dart.
I didn't have no say-so in that. That wasn't my decision. Got to live with it. My first head coach in the NFL, I had a lot of, pull and say, with routes and, plays to be called. Sad that happened.
I've been told for years that Malik Neighbors has had too much control in this organization.
Okay, but again, that could be part of this also.
I think that Brian Dable turned out to not be a good coach, and the same can be said for Joe Schoen. They're not exclusive. They both can be bad at their jobs. Right, I think they both were bad at their jobs.
Okay, but here's the other part of this, though, that you're not taking into account, is that I got to believe that the people that are making the decision whether or not to keep Joe Schoen are also partly responsible for the draft picks that are being made. Joe Schoen's just not making the picks by himself. I'm sure he's consulting with people.
Okay, fine. Listen, I know you get the pro personnel department, you get the scouting department. I understand all of that.
So do they want to admit that they were wrong also? Or are they willing to give him the benefit of the doubt?
Jalen Hyatt was a good pick. We're going to fight that? You have to admit you're wrong.
Well, I think, you're going to naturally have some bad picks. Not every pick is going to hit. but maybe they think the coaching was so bad that that the next coach will be able to get everything out of this talent.
Listen, I would love nothing more than to be having this conversation in a year from now saying, all right, do you think the Giants can win their upcoming playoff game? I would love it. I find it hard to believe.
I don't like this cough you still have.
How do you hear my cough?
I can see you coughing.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I feel like it's lasted. Like, this is like 3 weeks you've had this cough.
3 weeks. I got sick right after Thanksgiving.
More than that. I mean, this is over a month.
Yeah.
I thought you rested up.
It's not. It was really bad for a while. Now it's dumbed down a little bit.
Can we medicate this thing? Oh, you coughed again.
I have a cough.
I don't like it. You got to go get checked out.
I went to the doctor before we went to St. Martin.
What did the doctor say?
She said you have a really bad virus going on. She gave me some actual little cough medicine pills, and I've been much better.
Are you lubricating enough?
I lubricate. You don't see me drinking water the entire show?
I get some honey.
Well, what do you want me to do? Go run and grab and coat my throat with honey now?
But tea, I don't know. You got to protect that thing. I know you don't love sports
my
anymore.
moneymaker.
Yes, I think you don't love sports anymore, but I need you to be able to talk.
I think at some point I'm going to fall back in love with sports.
I hope so. Oh, Matt Eberflus, he's out.
Oh, man.
Thank God. Thank God.
That's a shame.
That man's got a family, Ray.
Yeah. I mean,
he's
you're
going
a
to be
savage
well
animal, Raymond.
He's going to be well compensated. He'll be fine. He can pick up a job on the college somewhere if he really wants to work.
I'm the college. Who do you want, Ray?
Anybody else. A body.
Well, you know what? You're going to be in luck.
Body.
You're going to be in real luck. You're going to get anybody else.
Flores would be great, but I don't see that happening.
He's not going to the Cowboys.
I don't see that happening.
Sounds like he's getting a head coaching job.
Yeah, Tom Brady maybe. Tom Brady's in charge.
What about Gannon?
I think Gannon's overrated.
Phew.
Yeah, that fit right in.
No?
Oh, God.
That'd be fun.
That might actually be a step in the wrong direction.
Who do you want? It's a big job with that highly ranked defense.
Al Harris would be great. Who else has been let go? I'm trying to think. Defensive-wise.
You want Shane Bowen? He's available.
Yeah, you can take him.
No, I don't think we'll be.
You'd be begging for Matt Eberflus.
I don't think we'll be going with Shane Bowen. No, look, how is that possible, Dave? Matt Eberflus just had one of. I just saw the charts. It's like the worst defensive EPA since like the '86 Dolphins. It's god awful.
And they took any team they played. It was like, wow, I can't believe their offense is that good.
They had Jets fans believing Justin Fields had turned a corner after that game.
How about Russell
Wilson.
He
was with his torn hamstring and everything.
Yeah,
one hamstring.
How dare you go after
500 yards
after what he played through for you guys? You want to go after him?
Yeah.
By the way, Dave, I don't think the Giants are going to be docked the draft pick.
Of course they're not.
I figured you would see that. So
you let me see if I get this right, because if it's true, then you really are very bright. You put that tweet out there solely so I would see it and get annoyed.
Yes, I was actually.
Well, you know what? Good on you.
I was actually annoyed that you didn't have a response to it then and there.
I was going to, but I didn't. But I made mental note of it, and I brought it back today.
And just like the reason I'm wearing the quarter zip that was gifted to me by Assman, as I knew that you would bring up the fact that I'm wearing it, and I could mention that it was a gift from the Assman.
So
I was diabolical today.
You're playing chess here while the rest of us are just playing like Connect 4.
I was totally diabolical today, and I will admit that.
Wow. Renan is very concerned about my cough in my throat.
Is he really ready to come in for you?
He'll be there in 24 minutes.
Yeah, here's the thing though. I'm sure you guys will be excited about this too. There's some thought that maybe he gives you some personalized signed books for a late present. That's just what the guys need.
I love that guy.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
He doesn't want you, but he doesn't mean that though.
What do you mean?
He hopes that your voice just is done, and he'll weasel his way right into the show.
That'd be awful. That's like rooting for injury.
That's what he's doing.
That's
doesn't care
not
if you're
a nice person.
lubricating your throat. He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care.
No.
And for a guy that almost passed out on national TV and then almost choked to death on the air, you should treat me nicer than that.
You would think.
You would think. RJ?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
What do you think about today?
I think it's been great.
Yeah?
I hate to see you in the state you're in.
Do you feel like I'm snapping out of it a little?
Maybe a little. It's concerning what you're saying, though.
What do you mean?
That you're falling out of love with the Giants and football. And
They hire Stefanski. He'll be back tomorrow. He'll be fine.
But I will be back, but I'm not going to be leading the charge for it. It's going to be a great season. I'm so excited. I'm not doing it.
What happened to the old Dave? I feel like that's missing on the station.
No. And energy butt bolts guy, he'll be back.
Don't you think?
He'll be back.
What?
Someone that really holds the teams accountable. Gets
like
passionate.
that kind of a big personality.
Yeah.
That'll just hammer home their point.
I feel like it's missing. You used to be that guy.
I used to be.
Yeah, sad.
Maybe I'll come back, though.
I'm not a fan of what you're doing right now.
What are we doing?
What are we doing, Ray?
Yeah.
You know exactly what you're doing.
Why don't you spell it out for us, Raymond?
And then mispronounce it, Ray. How about that?
Well, you guys.
You're going to talk to me about mispronouncing?
Yeah,
You?
I think Mel was wrong.
Noah.
Where do you get the N? Animal. It's a guest on our show. We love Mel.
Yeah, you called out Mel. You thought Mel was full of crap.
called out Mel.
I did not call him out. I was
this on
confused.
me.
I'd never heard the name pronounced, period. And I was confused how Mel was finding an N in there.
The top offensive lineman available.
Well, now I know. Now we've taught everybody. RJ, why'd you have to start this whole thing for? All I said is, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Let's just get right to it so
Okay.
I don't get picked on anymore, please.
Now.
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Oh! Put in the box!
The you missed.
You mentioned Kevin Stefanski going to interview with the Giants. He's also going to talk to the Falcons and the Titans. So
I think, Rick, those are the top 3 jobs open.
Yeah.
Bengals did you a gigantic favor by not opening that job. Because otherwise...
Thank you. Well, then they would have to pay out.
You think the Bengals would have done that, though? Like, go right to across the state for
Maybe
Stefanski?
not to Stefanski, but they are immediately
But they're an
the top
attractive job.
It could be Joe Burrow and some trash cans, and we'll let you know who the other guys on the roster are going to be, and people would still line up.
Boy,
That's pretty much
I don't
what
know
it
if
is.
They may not
the
even
Burrow
have trash
family
cans
loves
there.
them as much as you, RJ.
They might have sold the trash cans.
For profit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How much
Well,
will
at
those
least they're trying
trash
to make
cans
some of the
fetch
money
you?
back they spent on it.
Yeah, how much will they fetch you?
You're right. I love Joe Burrow. I can't help
You
it.
do. You love him. When did this happen? LSU, Ohio State, Cincinnati?
LSU. Yeah,
When?
I'm not going to pretend to go back to
RJ saw him
Ohio
smoking
State.
that cigar, and he's like, I'm all in on this guy.
Well, watching that offense was it was
titillating for you, isn't it?
I mean, but now looking back, though, I mean, there were Hall of Famers all over that thing. But
RJ, what would you have done if Joe Burrow bought you a fossil?
I would treasure it forever.
He would. He put it right on his mantle.
What a gift.
I'd treasure it forever. Some other coaching news. So Mike McDaniel, he said he's the Dolphins coach until he's not. So let's go with that. His quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, said yesterday that he is open to playing elsewhere next year, which makes sense because
I saw something written. There's a good source, I don't remember who, that said he's going to be involved in the GM search.
What?
Mike McDaniel. He expects to be involved in the GM search.
Sounds like he's not going anywhere. Some injury news to tell you about. Devontae Adams has that hamstring. He says he is healthy to go for the playoffs. Cam Ward had that shoulder sprain that took him out of Week 18. He said he will avoid surgery for now. And this is unfortunate. Travarius Ward, who had a couple of concussions this year, said he's thinking about retirement. Which is
He had the concussion during pregame warm-ups.
Yep. College football free agency. Let's just call it that. That's underway. So as Ole Miss prepares for a Final Four college football playoff matchup, they also have some updates for next year. Trinidad Chambliss, who had to apply for a 6-year of eligibility with the NCAA, should that all work out, he has a deal on the table to return to the team. That's how it's being phrased now. He has a deal on the table.
I would have been dynamic in college in year 6.
You really would have.
I think that's true.
And Ole Miss running back Quan Lacey, he has
You'd
a
still
deal
be
to
getting
return.
paid from college if you would have stayed.
Why do you do that?
What do you mean?
And we said this earlier, LSU is going to allow offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. to call plays for Ole Miss against Miami. And Bryce,
You wonder why I lash out.
we're not nice to each other here.
You want to start a new 26 trend?
No.
Where we're just always nice?
No.
No.
All right. So you guys don't want it.
Nice is not something we do on this program.
How's your goalie? Good?
Jerk. Oh, boy.
You know what? I'm going to defend Rick for a moment here. I think he feels terribly about that.
I think so also.
He didn't feel terrible when he was mentioning it, though. Yeah. That's the important thing. I don't care about
I blacked out when I said it.
I don't care
I was
about
raging. I blacked out.
I don't care about your remorse right now. I want. This is why you talk about us holding you back and restraining you. We got to protect you from things like that.
Yeah, we protect you from you. You're an animal.
Yeah. So, I mean, what Rick was talking about, unfortunately, Igor Shesterkin had to be helped off the ice, down the tunnel. Rangers lose, come back from the Utah Mammoth. They lose 3-2 at the Garden. Finish up some college football news. Bryce Underwood, who was the big Michigan recruit making tons of money, he's coming back for his sophomore year. So, in saying that, it's not like he was eligible to leave for the draft. It's just, oh, by the way, he's still going to come back to Michigan. So,
let me ask you a question here.
Yep.
So the way this works now, though, is the school will pay you. So that deal that we're talking about for Chambliss, the school will pay him a certain amount of money. So that's his deal with the school.
Yep.
And then on top of that, he can still get paid in other places, right?
That's right.
All right, so maybe that was part of like the Dante Moore thing I saw.
Right, Moore will get like a certain
From the
salary, I
school,
guess, for lack of a
and
better
then-
word, from Oregon, and then he can get like car dealerships and people can just throw money his way.
Or Nike or whatever the money is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
college football needs contracts because you should not have to re-recruit your guys every year.
No.
They need actual contracts. Listen, and there's no cap, but it'll be like baseball. If you spend on a player, it doesn't work out. It's a bad deal.
But the problem with what the players would tell you though is that then what are we doing with the coaches then? They can just leave whenever they want.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They have contracts too, and they leave. I mean, maybe we'll be trading players. Ole Miss and Alabama have agreed on a trade. Who knows? Montana State beat Illinois State, a wild FCS game yesterday. They won the championship.
I saw the highlights of that this morning.
Bonkers.
That looked unbelievable.
RJ, maybe you have to buy the player. How about that?
You can't own a person.
No. Like if the player wanted to transfer, you would have to buy like they do in soccer.
Buy them out?
Oh, you have to buy the contract.
You'd have to buy the contract from the team, so you'd have to pay.
Like you assume the remaining dollars.
We've gone from one way where everyone's locked in and you have to sit out a year and it's just so wrong but buttoned up to just it's crazy now.
No, you have to like they do in soccer. Like you have to pay you're assuming the contract, but you're paying the team to get the player.
School.
You have to buy the player from the school. Yeah.
Arizona's still clinging to AP number 1 by a point over Michigan men's college hoops. Talking some basketball. Do we have a problem with the Knicks? So this was the first matchup since the Knicks knocked out the Pistons. Brunson's legendary shot last year. Detroit dominated. Cade Cunningham had 29 and 13. Detroit dominated points in the paint, 52-34. Dominated rebounding, 44-30. Jalen Brunson had 25 with the problem with his stat line. 0 assists, 6 turnovers.
It also took him, what did he take, 21 shots to get to that?
Karl Anthony Towns, not good.
That was a putrid performance from him.
Not good. Knicks had 20 turnovers on their way to scoring 90 points, fewest in a game in almost 2 years. Knicks have a 4-game
They scored 15 in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's not great. Pistons are the best team in the East, 27-9. And the Knicks, who also got mocked by the Pistons on social media, also got passed by the Celtics yesterday with the loss. So they're third.
Celtics are red hot right now.
They're rolling. Jaylen Brown is a machine right now.
How good is Brad Stevens, by the way?
He's done well.
Ever since his hair rubbed off on OG, he's been...
Not Brad Stevens.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown's hair.
Yeah.
Knicks are still looking for defense. I know Josh Hart's out, but you give up 121 last night.
But you shouldn't be dependent on Josh Hart to be decent defensively.
Yeah, the Sixers dropped 130 on you, and on New Year's Eve the Spurs dropped 134 on you. Detroit was also down a couple of starters yesterday, so Duran and Tobias Harris didn't play. So, anyways, and one more for you, Daniel Vogelbach. Remember him?
I can't stand him.
He's now the hitting coach of the Brewers. So congrats to him.
How to swing and miss.
How?
How did
this happen?
They'll lead the league in walks and strikeouts.
Did you tell Alex?
No.
What did he say?
Alex can't stay. I didn't know until RJ just said that.
I remember that.
Text Alex. I want to know his response. And RJ, it's exactly why.
That text at the what did you call it?
Legendary.
The thirsty amphibian?
Legendary text that day from
parched
Alex.
amphibian?
Yep.
Boy, the text that came through was...
rendezvous.
That's exactly why I bring it up.
That was alarming. That's it.
He's passionate. Our station could use passionately.
What's the saying? I'm raising me. Yeah.
He's the better version, though.
Yeah,
I don't like what you're doing right now.
Maybe it's Alex and Rick moving forward. You don't have to change the name.
You laugh at that? We're starting to have the college conversation. What do you want to major in communications? I said, what do you want to do? He goes, I'm going to take your job when you're done. It's going to be me and Rick.
Did he actually say that? Wow.
He won't even have to change his hats.
Take your job.
Listen,
so he's taking over your house.
I like where your head's at.
He's taking over your house, and now he's coming for your job.
What's interesting, would this be a mutual parting of the ways?
Breadwinner, no more.
Would he let you finish out?
We'd send Dave right into retirement.
Yeah. Listen, if I'm done and I want to be done and he tags in and takes over, that'd be great.
I could see
you did say that your runway is getting shorter and shorter.
7 years in March.
I could see a world where he wants to leave school a little early, though. By sophomore year, he's like, I'm ready.
You guys would have to buy him out.
Wow. We're learning some things here.
I think there's a better chance he's doing the show by himself.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. And you mentioned the Knicks. That was a putrid performance. We will discuss it next. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
All right, let's see what's happening on those crazy roads this morning. Here she is, Debbie Duhane.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. Good morning, company. Hey, don't give up hope here on the roads either. We've got delays on the thruway southbound getting down toward exit 10 in toward the Mario Como Tappan Zee Bridge with an accident blocking 2 lanes. They're still working to clear that problem. Watch for delays on the Van Wyck in both directions right by Atlantic Ave. It's construction and 22 East in Branchburg. Construction being cleared. Alternate side parking rules suspended for 3 Kings Day. Metered parking rules in effect. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADebZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
The wild card round is here, and FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the wild card round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. I am loving what I've seen from the Bears late in the season. I'm kind of feeling them. Take your shot on an upset, though, if that's for you, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs get rolling. So visit FanDuel, an official sports book partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued is not withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. So we've covered a lot of NFL today, a little bit of the Knicks. Let's get back to the Knicks. That game last night, for me, was the worst game of the season. Like, you don't think so?
No, I think so.
Like, Spurs, I didn't think they played poorly. They just kind of, at the end of the game, got beaten by a better team. Hawks, you got blown out, but, I mean, you were a shell of yourself. Sixers was concerning. Last night, for me, was you were almost healthy. Was a real litmus test, was against the team that is the number one team in the Eastern Conference. What upset me so much is it really felt like Detroit circled that game and said, we're going to make a statement, and the Knicks said, whatever, we have no interest in this game.
Coming off a back-to-back, RJ mentioned it during stuff you missed. No Tobias Harris, no Dern. And I think the what you just said was probably why I would agree with you the most, is this is the best team in the East right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that you knocked out of the playoffs last
Barely.
season. Right. This is a team that's probably using you as their litmus test. Hey, guys, we want to get to the NBA Finals. This is going to be a team that we might have to, we're probably going to have to see to get there. And they came out and they were physical with you. You could tell early on in that game that this was going to be a game that they were going to take seriously, which is not something we see a lot in the NBA during the regular season, right? And I mean, you shot lights out. You shot well in the first half, still down 10 points, and then third quarter, that was it. They ended up boat racing you. They go on a 19-5 run. You score 15 points in the third quarter. I got my second best player who took 2 shots in the first half, takes 2 shots in the second half. I mean, I got OG took 3 shots in the game.
How is it possible that Karl Anthony Towns takes 4 shots in the game? How is that possible?
New system. He wants to blame it on the system.
I mean, come on, man.
I'm just telling you.
Take the basketball and take the ball to the basket and shoot it. 4 shots?
4 shots, yeah, 2.5.
That's not okay. There's nothing about that is okay.
He didn't make a shot in the second half. He made 2 free throws.
That was a disgusting game from him last night.
Right, you got dominated in the paint. You got dominated on the glass. You had 20 turnovers that resulted in 33 points.
But that's what they do. They're physical. They'll pound you. They want to take you out of your game. And you know what? Good on them. That's an easy team to root for, man.
It's going to be a tough out, man. I had this conversation yesterday at school with one of the guys, our softball coach is a humongous Knicks fan. Like Knicks apparel,
So this is before the game. And what was his take?
He was Sixers, man. I'm like, listen, what you just said about the Sixers is heavily reliant on Joel Embiid being healthy, which he's never healthy. I said the team you need to watch out for is the team we're playing tonight.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually am more concerned, maybe I'm wrong, more concerned about Detroit and Orlando than I would be about Philadelphia. Because I think Philadelphia's brand of play plays right into what the Knicks like to do.
Listen, a lot of this is going to be matchup driven. And I think you've seen the recipe against this Knicks team you got a big physical team that can play defense the way Detroit plays defense, and you see it with Jalen Brunson. They harassed the hell out of Jalen Brunson. I mean, Jalen Brunson had 6 turnovers, no assists in the game?
Not one.
So he needs some help, and I got my second best player just that kind of not really engaged in what the hell's going on.
Yeah, and what did he play, like 20-something minutes last night?
Yeah, Towns played. Here's the scary part, is he played 23 minutes and was minus 27.
Oh,
in the 23
man,
minutes.
he was brutal. But that's the
and
recipe.
OG wasn't good either.
Nobody was, outside of Brunson, who was fine, nobody was good in that game. And I guess Deuce shot pretty well.
Yeah,
Deuce nobody played well.
No, and again, is it the end of the world? No, obviously it's not the end of the world. But I think there are certain times even for when you play.
There's not a lot of them, though, for this next
team. No, I know,
season.
especially in the NBA. I get it. But, I mean, it's what frustrates you is it's clear that one team was using this as an opportunity, and our team wasn't. right? Like, I mean, these are there's only so many times during the regular season, especially in the NBA, where you can get yourself up,
right,
for a game, and this would have been a nice time to do it, especially under the circumstances, right? I mean, back to back, you're missing a couple players. Detroit's missing a couple players. It's like, yeah, like, don't give this team any reason to believe they're already kind of like that young up and coming aggressive. Like, you knew at some point they were going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's pretty quick though.
Oh, I mean, listen, Cade Cunningham. I said this to you before the season. Like, Cade Cunningham's a stud.
A stud.
And they got
now
good
you
athletes.
got Jaden Ivey. They didn't even have Jaden Ivey last year.
No, and they lost. And they lost.
Stewart.
During that series, they lost Isaiah Stewart in that series too.
No, I know. All right. So RJ just said this. I want to give him credit. Do you buy into the fact that maybe the Knicks exhausted a lot of what they had in this NBA Cup run? They really wanted that NBA Cup.
Well, I mean, once you get to that point, I mean, yeah, you might as well go get it. I don't know if it's that. I mean, I think it's just probably it's just the course of a regular season when you play 82 games that you just have these. I mean, you have these pockets of these little pockets where you struggle.
Yeah,
with.
I'm more concerned. Pockets don't bother me.
But I'm more concerned.
It's the game last night that bothers me.
That bothers me too. But I'm more concerned of like we're 36 games into the season and we're still talking about like Karl Anthony Towns trying to get comfortable in the system.
Yeah.
Like as an excuse.
And now you go out west after one more home game, right? Don't you have a big West Coast trip?
I mean, Raymond would know better than us because
Ray, don't they go to like
sleep?
Portland and Sacramento?
Sacramento's on the list. Portland, yeah. There's some long trips coming up.
Yeah, great. So you're gonna be sleepless for us, aren't you?
And the Rangers have one too, so it's gonna be Phoenix, Portland, Sacramento, Golden State. So
you see Steve Kerr last night?
Steve Kerr did not have a great night.
He went bananas.
Ray, I mean, you do have one 6 p.m. Portland start in there, so you got a 9 p.m. and two 10 p.m.s.
Right, but that's Sunday. I mean, and still, like that's.
Well, at least I mean it's better.
I suppose.
A late night Sunday.
He's got back-to-back 10 p.m. Eastern tip-offs. Oh.
Yeah, you may not. Maybe you don't have me that Friday. Maybe you don't have me because that's a Wednesday, Thursday. So
right.
Maybe you don't have me Friday.
Oh, why would you say that? We don't want anyone else. We love you.
You're pointing out how tired I'm.
Do you want me to get a bed for the studio for you? Do you want me to get you a nice bed?
No, I do not want you to do that.
Where would you put a bed?
Blow-up mattress.
Where would you put a bed?
Right, and then in the little the meditation room.
Quiet room.
The quiet room over there.
Do you sleep in that room, Ray?
I tried once. It didn't work.
You got no sleep?
It didn't work.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to your Knicks calls and put a bow on this and hand it over to Bart and Carlin. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Want to dance with somebody?
At your leisure, you dance when you're ready.
This would be the song.
Dancing.
This could be the song.
This would be the one that would get you moving?
With somebody that knows. Yeah, I could get going
yeah?
on this one. Yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe we sing tomorrow.
Well,
maybe
that's up to you.
we break free of the doldrums that we're in and we sing a tune.
I'm ready.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe we get up and we show off our stuff in front of the cameras too.
I don't think that's a great idea.
Some people do it.
Maybe we come with a real passion tomorrow.
Maybe. Real passion.
A real deep-seated sports fandom tomorrow.
I'll show you passion.
Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, that's when it's Tully time. St. John's takes on Butler. That's 7 o'clock, a game you can hear right here on ESPN New York. And at 7:30, your Islanders host the Devils at UBS Arena. And that's game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Let's go to our buddy. Edgar in Bloomingdale has some concerns, and I understand why. Edgar, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
What's up, boys? Dip, have you figured this out? Just out physical than us? Play more physical than us and you beat the Knicks? Besides that San Antonio game where that guy hit 47 threes, Hawks out physical to us, Sixers out physical to us, and Detroit, what they did is more than out physical to us. What's the answer here? You guys, what do you think?
I know what they'll say. They'll say a regular season, and we'll turn it on in the postseason, not to worry. But I will tell you this. That's what if I was coaching against the Knicks, that's what I would want to do. I want to slow the pace. I want to make it a grind-out game, and I want to beat the crap out of them physically.
Right. I mean, Josh Hart is a big loss. Right, I mean it's pretty evident, and you also had when Josh Hart was reinserted into the starting lineup, right? The effect that had, but I mean over these last 4 games, defense hasn't been good either. Forget just being out physical, like the defense hasn't been good either.
But here's the problem though: the defense isn't that great. It's just not. The Knicks, they can be okay in stretches. They're not going to win a championship based on their great defense. They're going to outscore you for the most part.
Right, but I'm not saying great defense. I'm just saying, good defense? Defense?
Yeah, I think you're 100% right.
I mean, that's nice. I mean, last night you got beat up.
Last night. I mean, to be quite frank with you, I thought last night was humiliating.
I would put it in that embarrassing kind of bucket. Under the circumstances, yeah. But I mean, I think they'd say exactly what you just said. It's the regular season.
It's hard to argue with that until you get to the postseason and see what it looks like.
We're going through a little bit of a funk, but I mean, I would prefer not to give teams like the recipe as to how to beat us. Right? Like, I mean, you saw Orlando.
But you didn't know that?
I knew it, but I mean, like, you don't want to give, like, you don't want to have too many opportunities to give teams that are coming after you reason to believe that they can get you. Like, there is something nice to be like, hey, let's just make sure this team, realizes that we're still the team to beat. Not like, hey, you just embarrassed us.
But are they the team to beat?
I think they think they're the team to beat.
Well, they may think it, but
I think James Dolan thinks that they were the team to beat in the East.
Oh, and that's great that he thinks that. But do you think that? I mean, would you take the Knicks or the field in the Eastern Conference right now? You take the field.
Yeah, well, D-Gen Dave tells me I got to take the field.
Okay, would you right now? Would you take the Knicks or the Pistons?
Right now, I don't know how you could not say take the Pistons.
Okay, so you don't feel great about where the Knicks are right now?
Right now, at the moment, no.
We sat here and we said before the season they need to go to the NBA Finals. Now the owner says they got to win the whole thing, but I mean, do you look at this as they're going to the NBA Finals right now?
Right now, no. I also have hesitations to say that. I mean, as much as Ray wants to slobber all over Karl Anthony Towns all the time, it's just I have some questions as to.
Well, I don't know how you can't.
Who knows with Ray? He got a sexy new Instagram photo. I don't know what he thinks now.
And his new quarter zip, which is it's like the foot has gangrene. This is a nice email. Matt C. Dear Dave, my dad is a huge fan of the show and is sadly suffering from Giants fandom. There is currently no known cure. Today's his birthday, and he'd love a shout-out from you guys. Appreciate you so much as always. So I don't know that Matt's dad's name, but to Matt C's dad, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Raymond?
That's nice.
Happy birthday, Matt's dad.
There you go. Are you ready?
I am. I mean,
Let's
as ready
go.
as ready.
You want to say any nice things about?
Let's go ahead.
Any nice things about Cat before you hit the 3 stars?
Not a good day for people who support Cat. Not a good day.
Today's 3 stars.
And that's all I'll say about that.
Number 3.
Thank you, Forrest.
We have not been very nice on today's program. I mean,
you shut
your mouth.
And there's that. There's.
How's your goalie? Good?
Oh.
What?
Jerk.
Oh.
I mean, Igor could be out for an extended period of time. You say that. Dave, this is actually, and it's fun and we laugh about it, but it's a bit troubling because we talk about Alex taking over your house, which may have already happened, but now.
We're starting to have the college conversation. What do you want to major in communications? I said, what do you want to do? He goes, I'm going to take your job when you're done. It's going to be me and Rick.
Yikes.
Number 2.
I know why you're in a bad mood, though. It's really because Joe Shane's back. He may not have an extension. He may have an extension. Who knows? Listen, everybody stubs their toe.
Stub the toe?
Stubbed it.
Stubbed it.
Stub, that's it. Little
You
stub.
didn't stub it.
Lights were off. Boop. Stub.
No, that's not a stub.
Yep.
No. A stub is like, oh, it's a oop. It's a hiccup.
No, this is far worse.
The Knicks stubbed their toe last night. It's a bad stubbing. It's a swollen stubbing, but it's a stubbing. The Giants have not stubbed the toe. The Giants have detached the toe from the foot.
Cut it right off.
It's like the foot has gangrene and has to be removed from the ankle down.
Yeah.
And now you get one of those robotic foot.
Yeah, nice robotic foot. Be more like the Cowboys. Lose games on purpose.
And I didn't realize the Cowboys were. I can't even say what I would like to say. I didn't realize the Cowboys would basically throw the game.
Why would they? But why would they?
Well, why would the Giants win the game?
I don't know. I can't answer that question for you.
Number 1.
I can't answer you where I got this fine quarter zip from.
With your Cowboys crap on.
This was a gift.
A gift from who? The devil?
From the ass man. Nah, it's a big deal. Not quite the devil.
Wait, the ass man buys you presents?
This is the first present I've ever gotten from him.
Like your sugar daddy?
Yeah, it's exactly who he is.
RJ, did the ass man buy you a present?
It's funny you ask. He did, actually.
Rick has a real problem with this.
The ass man used to wait around Syosset for us to sign autographs for him. I can't get an ass maniac hat or nothing.
It's not just me and RJ.
Oh, Anthony got something.
You got something too?
Anthony says, I got a Rangers one.
That's right. You get a quarter zip.
Yeah, you get a quarter zip.
Not you, though, Dave.
I got nothing. I got crap.
No, well, maybe Ass Man will get you something tomorrow. Look forward to it.
I doubt it, and I do look forward to it. It's Rule 76.
No excuse, Blake champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg.
Everyone,
Oh, right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube. You shut your mouth.
Your mouth.